Live from the Streamline Mortgage Solutions studio, it's Orlando's own Tom and Dan. Whoopee!
Me and the boys, we like them chicken wings, and we like beer.
I liked beer. I still like beer.
A little football on the Vizio, a friendly waitress's ear. Maybe I'm crazy, cause I like what they don't. I snap secret pictures with my cellular phone. I like them better with their plain clothes on. The only thing currently moving my dog. Little orange shorts just don't cut it for me. I've watched a little too much pornography. I like them wearing those baggy sweats, walking to their beat-up car with real regret. She hopes that she won't have to work here too long. I like them better with their plain clothes on. She tells the table she'll be clocking out soon. I know what that means. Pretty soon she'll be real comfortable wearing high-waisted jeans. I'm so excited, I think I'm in love. She's my Uggs boot angel, sent from above. I like them better with her plain clothes on. The only thing that's currently moving my dog. Thick shiny stockings peeking out of her sweats. A big cartoon heart that she drew on my check. I like them with her makeup off, leaving work early with a possible COVID cough. The manager knows that she won't be here too long. I like them better with their plain clothes on. Oh, girl, I like them better with their plain clothes on. Plain clothes.
Hello, this is your Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan program. We hope that you will find our presentation precise, joke heavy, and just right. Thanks.
Welcome to the Friday free show of A Mediocre Time.
It's Titty Friday.
That is funny, dude.
Thank
That
you.
song is funny.
Well, you did it. It's your song. I had nothing to do with it. Who knew that you were such a
crooner,
a 70s country crooner? That song is dedicated to Christine in the chat room.
It's impressive.
From Tom Van. It's called Plain Clothes. You can get it on his brand new album, The Best of Tom Van, the 80s. You can only find that at Camelot.
It's funny watching, impressive and funny watching Daniel write these.
It's embarrassing.
Because I walk in and then I hear the music playing back and forth, and then I'm like,
too much.
He's doing something.
Oh, he's in there. He's song jacking.
It's crazy how fast you could do that, too. I guess
Pretty
over
fast.
30 years of goof songs.
Well, it's not. Yeah, you're right. This one actually came out really good. I'm actually surprised at how well it. And I did a little bit of backing vocals. I didn't get to do as many as I wanted to because the original song has like 4-part harmony and stuff. Anyway, yeah, it's good. Thank you. I appreciate it, and I hope you guys enjoy. And if you want that song, we will try to put it out for free somewhere where you can snag it because it is a cover of a song, but you'll have to dig to try and find out what it is.
Samantha's here, Butler's here, and Seth Petrozelli is here.
Hi.
How's everybody doing?
We are doing good. How are you, sir?
Good.
It's a fun Friday.
Yes.
Yeah.
We had a lot of fun this morning.
Butler already mixed me a way too strong craft cocktail.
Yeah,
Gotta get loose.
Dude, you have found your calling.
Bartender.
Yeah. You should be sales/bartender T&D Media.
Yeah, you could 100. No, but it makes me like you more. Like, honestly,
Well, you're drunk.
Like I'm happy. I'm like, this is a fucking great. Every time I sit down in my chair, I'm all stressed out. He brings me a highball, like a craft highball.
Dude, Butler was meant to be a bartender at like an upscale
like
hotel.
a Del Frisco's or something.
Yeah, hotel bar.
Yeah, Christner's. Yeah, sorry.
Like a speakeasy, right?
Not very upscale, but my next party I'll hire you for being a bartender. Because I always have a bartender in my house.
Yeah, but usually hire like midgets and stuff. Right?
Yeah, well, midget, slow person.
He'll dress up like a stormtrooper for you.
We went way high, now way low.
damn it.
Stormtrooper bartender.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
With no pants, though, just the top
All
part.
right.
All right.
Now we're talking.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have had our sponsor on the
No,
line.
you shouldn't have.
Why did I do that?
Oh,
I don't
what
know.
line?
Yeah.
Line 1,
Oh,
Shane.
line
Oh.
1, which is really line 3.
Shane, are you there?
Yeah.
So, okay, this is cool because this has been a thing we've all been working on for the past couple months, and it all started when we had Danger Brand reach out to me, and they're like, hey, I'm doing some branding for this plant company.
He showed us some pictures. Oh, that looks amazing, man.
Gabriella Plants.
Yeah.
You should have him on your show. You like plants, whatever. So, and he's like, he's a BDM.
I like plants.
yeah. And so I started talking to Shane, owner of Gabriella Plants. And then I was like, man, for sure you should advertise. Like, we have a growers and showers group, and I'm into plants. And then when I learned more about the story, and we started talking, and then we came up with an idea for a promotion.
You know, even before that, I ordered a plant for my wife. Remember? And
Yes.
it came, and it had the way you get it, and the unboxing of it.
It's insane how well they can pack it.
So blank and cool, man.
So-
really, really cool.
So Shane, real quick, thanks for becoming a T&D partner. We appreciate it. We're excited about the partnership and excited to announce what we're going to be doing with Gabriella Plants. But real quick, your backstory is awesome, and we're going to have you in for chatting with the Masters or a Weird Job Wednesday just to tell it, a little bit longer. But how did Gabriella Plants start?
Yeah, well, thanks for having me on. I'm a third-generation grower, so my grandpa moved to Central Florida in the 70s and bought some land, primarily focused on the retail end of things, and he was really had a retail shop close by and set up some greenhouses in the backyard to kind of grow a few things for that. And before you knew it, my dad went off to college to study plants because he got infected with the same spirit of just loving plants that much. And he operated the business as wholesale my entire life. When he kind of moved on and had a new job opportunity, I took over the family business at the age of 23 and ran it the way that my dad had wholesale. And then because of kind of the plant market and how it's been the last couple of years, we started selling direct to consumers online. And now that makes up all of our business, and we ship over 100,000 plants through the Postal Service to every state in the United States.
God.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're crazy. Well, I mean, you got some normos, as Tom would call them, but there's some crazy, really cool, amazing-looking plants on there. You got to check out the site. It's really, really impressive.
They've got some one-off stuff that they had propagated and like genetic anomalies that they've, stuff you can only get at
I'm not even into
Gabriella.
plants as much as you are, but I got to tell you something I really love that you guys do is the list that I get. I love the list. Like, I'll get the update. It'll be like, it'll be like, boom, this is what we got today. Wah! It's like right to my email. I love it.
And they go fast, too.
So, and you can use, if you go to GabriellaPlants.com, you click on, if you go to TomandDan.com, it's on the front page.
Yeah, it's on the front page.
Use the promo code Tom and Dan for 15% off your order. It's great. They get shipped to you. I got them on Stare the other day. Samantha got one. Butler got one. The shipping is great. It tells you who...
super personalized, yeah.
The plant information that comes with it, telling you who took care of the plant, what staff member.
It's like you're adopting a baby.
Yeah, who packed it? It
Explain
does
that.
have a Babyland General vibe to it.
Like a cabbage.
And that's been a big passion of mine because I feel like that's how you get growers. In my perspective, I watched my dad and the entire market. People think that COVID was the cause of kind of the price increase and the problems. this is all because of hurricanes and the fact that growers on the average are aged 50. It came down to 57. It was 63 when I took over the business. So we need the next generation of growers, and the way to motivate growers and to take pride in what they do in growing the plants that we do is our Every Plant Story technology, which we built as a way to be able to tell every plant story, because as being a smaller grower like that, a mom and pop business, I think that that's a way we will always stand out from something you can get at a Lowe's or a Home Depot or the big box stores.
Yeah, no, 100%. It's brilliant, and Shane does an awesome job. And I went and toured his nursery.
Did you geek out?
And his store in Oviedo. He's got a store in Oviedo. I walked in, and I'm like, oh my God, I was mad when we went and toured the plant nursery, because I wanted to walk around your store because it's beautiful, and you got a million plants in there. And by the way, if you go by the store, I just mentioned Tom and Dan for the 15% off in store too.
Indeed.
So another thing that we're doing with Gabriella that we're super excited about
this is the jam right here.
Basically, we want to reward anybody who uses our sponsors, because honestly, every single one that gets a new roof or gets flooring or gets a new mortgage or refis or a house, car. When you use our sponsors, everyone makes a difference. You email us and we send it to them. They're happy. They're like, oh, our advertising's working. Like, we're a small business just like most of the sponsors we work with. And so it's important to us. And honestly, it's the BDMs that keep us in business.
It props it up for sure.
It helps them grow.
So we
there you go.
Yeah. A while back, Daniel and we started saying, hey, email us if you use our sponsor, we'll send you a gift. And then we've been doing that with overwhelming success.
It really is the most simple thing you could do, and I don't see really anybody else doing it. And we started doing it, and then it started working, and we're like, oh, God, we got to make this bigger and better.
We were sending more and more gifts, and
stickers, magnets,
Erica's
shirts,
running out of stuff.
Yeah.
Like, Erica's like, and then so when I started talking with Shane, I was like, man, it would be awesome if that gift was a plant. Like a thank you plant for using our sponsors. And I'm like, that would be cool, because
we've been talking about it. Plants are good. Like, we're all kind of into it. You know, my wife and I are now collecting plants. Everybody on the show's into plants.
And then it's like, and I honestly, I thought, like, if you got a thank you plant from Tom and Dan and Gabriella, not only would you start using Gabriella more, you see how you get the experience of how it works, but also you think about us and like, hey, I want to, they're awesome to send me a thank you plant. And I see it every day. If it, and it grows.
It's living. There's something there's an energy there that's like, I hate to sound like that guy because I'm not that guy, but there is an energy exchange there that's very cool.
And so as of today, it's on tomandan.com. We had to, I've never heard of this being done before, and I could be making a giant mistake. I'll be honest with everybody.
Well, you have spinach in your teeth, so.
I'm still there?
Yeah, oh my God. It's huge, too. I honestly thought you had a Gabriella plant in your teeth. It was so
Which one, the front?
Yeah, right in the front.
All of them.
Yeah, it looks like you're missing a tooth. It's so bad.
God damn it. Sorry, Shane. So
you're doing good.
Anyway,
good job. Keep rolling.
Back to me making possible mistakes. I started
Back
freaking.
to me.
What? I started freaking out because
you did have a freak out.
I was like, this.
Back to me.
I don't know if we're gonna get overwhelmed, and I don't know. Anyways,
just give it a shot, man.
I'm giving it a shot.
Give it a chance to fail, right?
So we figured out if you used one of our sponsors and spent over $159 in the calendar year of 2021, you could fill out the form on the front of tomandan.com, and you will receive a free
premium plant,
Gabriella plant, mailed to you for using our sponsors as a thank you from us.
From their loving nursery straight to you.
And so that's
from our greenhouse to your house.
There it is. I love it.
That starts today. You can go on tomandan.com.
You know what? It does feel like a mistake right now.
It is, and I will say we're gonna. It's limited to how many we can do, but we're gonna get them out there. We'll get you on the list.
Yeah, come on.
And
we're just trying to make things better for you. Help another sponsor that we have, and it's super fun, man. I thought this was one of the coolest ideas that you guys have ever come up with. I just absolutely love it, and I'm a big believer in the product too. These plants are unreal.
Yeah,
the website's unreal.
So Shane, anyway, I appreciate you partnering with us.
Thank you so much, man.
We're excited about the partnership, and I'll be by the store sometime soon to start picking out some plants. I was about to say fruit plants, but I was going to
Wait,
keep
did-
that.
Are you saying I'll be by to get my plants? That sounded a little aggro, man. Why didn't you ask? Can I come by and get some plants? That sounds better.
Shane, thanks so much. And anything else you want to tell the listeners?
No, just thank you guys for the opportunity. It was fun to kind of witness Tom's freak out because, he was like, okay, well, maybe 30 plants, maybe 50 plants. Well, I don't really know. And, then I kind of was able to just tell him, like, well, at this point, we're shipping about 500 a day. So I think we'll be able to accommodate whatever the
I like that. You big planted it. You're like, I got this covered.
Well, and
show
to
you how
put
we
full
grow.
context, I would have had a BDM membership that was like from week 3 or 4 of being able to get one, but at one point I was a true BDM and had it canceled for insufficient fund fees, and now look at me now. So
wow. Oh, if there was one thing you could have said to make people want to use your plants, you just nailed it.
Yeah.
Because everybody can relate to that, and then and doing bad and then doing good. Hey, man, I'm
a cool
stoked.
story.
This is gonna be awesome. Well, thank you so much, man.
Yeah, of course. Have a good show, guys.
All right. Take it easy, man.
I've never heard you say man.
Nah, no.
You freaked me out, bro.
That picture you posted in the BDM group with Shane is very awkward.
Why?
You look like you're forcing your hand on him.
Are you in love
He's
with
taller
him?
than
You're
you.
freaking out around.
It's creepy, bro.
You love this man, don't you?
No.
He loves a plant man.
You admire him though a little bit.
He
intimidates you a little bit. With
he's a better businessman. He started explaining how he runs his business, the
Wait a
technology.
minute.
And
I
stuff.
thought
I'm like,
you
oh
were
my
playing-
God, there's a lot of employees. They're all happy. I'm like, oh, my employees are miserable.
Yeah, they're mad.
and
then you wrote
bully
down
me.
happy, and I forget.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a serious question here. When you went and toured, you saw a lot of stuff you want, huh?
Oh yeah. I saw the.
Is
secret
he
stash.
the real plant daddy?
Well,
because you've been calling yourself plant daddy.
He's got a botanist that is his like plant scientist that works there, and he's back there, and he's got.
He
these
literally defined botanist, plant scientist.
You got a robotanist? They got a bunch of robotanists over there planting in plants.
So Seth, why were you uncontrollably laughing
know,
during
I
our
think
entire
you're high.
goddamn sponsor interview?
The whole chat room guessed it, and I kept going to the camera every time that our sponsor said the Pee-wee's word of the day, which was grower.
Oh, by the way he said it at first.
It's a baby.
No,
the way he said it at first. And then it just, me and Butler caught each other's eye, and we had the same exact vibe going. And
Oh
it
my!
was just,
I'm gonna have to.
it's like when you're in a classroom and when
You
you
just have the two stony
can't stop laughing at
balls
the
next to each
teacher.
other.
I tried to tune him out, and he was laughing so hard. He was shaking the couch.
Oh, he's a beefy man. He's
Yeah.
dense.
My core shakes.
He's very dense.
I was looking at the floor. I was looking at the ceiling. I was looking
Look at the wall. Look at the wall.
And then I put the camera on them, and then they look away like a dog that doesn't want to
Because I
look
didn't want to
in
get
the
in
eyes.
trouble. I didn't want to get you guys.
I didn't want to
I
get
felt
You know
bad.
how dogs do that?
You're gonna get in trouble. You're not
I don't know. I was picturing him be like, my fucking sponsor.
I kept putting you guys on the camera, and then you guys would look at me like Caesar and Maggie when they do something, when they shit on the carpet, and I look at them. I'll look them in the eyes, and they're like, they can't look me there. They know.
Yeah, they know.
Dog, there's a thing.
How did they know?
Well, I looked it up one time. It has something to do with they can recognize our facial features and but I don't know how they remember it.
Yeah.
But they'll look at me and I'll look at them. Did you? They look I didn't fucking do nothing.
So
Oh my god.
right before the show started, when we were playing,
It still feels like a mistake.
our classic.
It's just going to spiral out of plant control. I feel like.
Yeah, I do
felt
have to
like-
mention in
Yeah.
the chat that the True Leave promotions,
They got their
They
own.
have their own
They have their own,
free
yes.
gifts,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
yeah.
it is
Yeah.
excluded.
And
from
also, we need proof of receipt. because
I know
started
we make
freaking
this
out.
complicated.
The fireworks, the fireworks. And then I was like, oh, no one keeps our receipt from the fireworks.
You burned it. You just didn't like your fireworks.
I was like, we can't do that, Mitty.
confused.
Anyway, so
God,
the company's gonna go broke.
this will
Yeah.
probably be.
What are we doing?
I don't.
Oh, my God.
Some of these ideas, they're probably not good.
Well, that one I put my full support behind, and now I feel bad. And you still have spinach in your teeth.
Where is it?
Go
In
to
your
the
teeth.
mirror.
Where is it?
Get your
Really?
phone. Turn the camera. Turn the camera on your phone.
Other side.
I'm afraid you're gonna.
Now he's just scratching his teeth.
Yeah, I'm
you're-
afraid you're gonna floss. You go to floss, and then your teeth fall out. It's just
Yeah.
spinach in there.
Oh, now it's just
Seth,
blood.
Look at it.
when we were playing the barbershop quartet that we usually play, the old men singing, that's famous here
The
on the
Sea
show.
Breeze.
Sea
Show
Breeze,
some
yeah.
respect, please. The Sea Breeze Quartet.
You mentioned something I've never heard, that your dad used to be in a barbershop quartet.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so tell us about that because you've yet to mention this.
I don't know because I didn't think it was that big of a deal. It was a scar in my middle school years. It was literally 6th, 7th, and 8th grade for all 3 years. Driving to St. Mike back home. It's like a 30-minute drive. They shipped me to a private school. My dad had to drive me because I was a bad kid in elementary school, so they wanted to send me to a private school to try to shape up. Anyway,
and your dad was
a bad kid at elementary school.
Oh, I was.
What were you doing?
I don't know.
What were you doing?
I got like just bad things. Like I'd fuck with girls.
Shitting in Gatorade bottles.
No, I'd like I don't know. I'd find dead. I'd like dead lizards and dead bugs outside and put it on girls' desks and shit like that.
Okay.
Just like fucked up shit.
Sociopath.
It's kind of classic.
Yeah. I mean, just like I'd speak out.
You do like
I'd laugh.
classic
I'd
bully
laugh.
shit from cartoons.
Yeah, I pull kids' chairs out and then
you're like
I always got
Roger.
4 check marks every day. 4 check marks by my name every day.
You're like Roger from Doug.
And I didn't do good in like school. My grades were not good.
None of this is surprising.
And weren't you a big kid?
Yeah, I got
You were
called Pudge
Chungus?
Ball. Pudge Ball. Pudge Ball was my name.
So were you the
Seth Pudge Baller?
So hold on, were you the bully or were you getting bullied?
No, I was getting bullied, but I also took it out on other.
You became a bully.
No, yeah. Well,
so the
not really.
bullies made you, and you're like,
I get later in high school.
You made me into the best bully.
It made me in high school, yeah. But in elementary school, I got picked on, but then I just acted out because of that. I guess you could say.
Yeah, so
To
lizards,
anybody. Just like
lizards
like
and
clowning around,
bugs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Pulling people's pigtails and stuff like that.
So
yeah, that was middle school.
Your dad spent a bunch of money sending
Anyway,
you to
a
a
bunch
private
of
school
money
for
sending me to
no,
private
yeah,
school.
didn't do anything.
And I got almost kicked out. And I was kicked out of there a few times.
And the
too.
only thing
This
that
is
he
when my
had
dad
going
beat me.
for him that really was able to cool his anxiety about you and his stress was this barbershop quartet, right?
Yeah. Well,
what was the name of his quartet?
Oh God, Wild Irish Roses or something.
Wild Irish Roses.
Something really crazy.
That's tequila, isn't
and then
it?
they do that move where they walk in and they go,
Yeah.
Oh, Camilla, won't you take
So the
me
whole-
back? Won't you take me back?
Hold on, wasn't your dad like a real man?
Yeah, but
won't
he
you take me
was in a
back?
band to begin a rock and roll
There, that
band,
was good.
but then he liked vocal, I don't know, harmonizing.
I'm
I
sick of
guess.
this rock and roll stuff. I'm gonna do something cooler. Where's my peppermint jacket?
So every ride to and from school is a 30-minute ride. He'd blast barbershop quartet music
Oh my
and try
God.
to harmonize with it the whole ride.
Nothing
And I
makes
had
a
my
fat
window
kid more fucked up than listening to barbershop quartet.
It's
just
friggin' it was
No wonder you're a psychopath.
Yeah, well, and then one year, this
Right?
was,
Could you envision he's picked on at school and then he's like, all day he's picked on at school as a fat kid. They're picking on him. He's acting out with the lizards and bugs. He gets in this car and his dad goes, oh, Camilla. And he's like, it's like the creation of a supervillain or something.
yeah, I guess. But yeah.
I'm your shrink, I think, now.
And so, when did you order this for your girlfriend?
So he did it. He was like getting into it really a lot during my middle school years, a few years, and then once I hit high school,
Got a brand new styrofoam hat
he started like
with an American flag around it.
doing gigs, like touring with it and like doing things along with his other rock.
Going on the road with the boys.
So one year, this was my senior year, I started dating a really hot, like I not peaked, but I was like
The hottest girl you've ever dated?
yeah, she was a cheerleader.
Yeah.
she was really hot. Like
Hotter than your
lost
current
a lot of-
girlfriend?
I went from like freshman, sophomore year to kind
You're about the same age. It's like 3 years ago. Seth's telling a story where when people wore Jinkos and his girlfriend's now only 3 years older than that. Sorry. Yeah.
So I one Valentine's Day, my dad said, "Oh, we're selling Valentines. People order them. They walk house to house, whoever orders them.
Singogram, right?
Yeah.
Singogram, singing telegram.
What was her
I guess
name,
you could say.
first name?
My girl, Amanda.
Amanda.
Amanda, yeah.
So I
And-
thought you hated what your dad did.
I did, but then I was trying to think outside about like what can
He's
I
a
do.
cheapo. You
different?
get a dad for free.
You're right.
You've had your
What the hell? Do the Seth
Like,
Mac.
I
you
used
know
my
what's
dad. I
funny?
used
Yeah.
my dad back then.
Thank
too.
you, Samantha.
Your dad has done
You're right.
everything.
You're right. That's 100%.
Your dad has made sure your basement didn't flood, and your dad has sung for your girlfriend.
You hated it. You didn't even like it, but it was free. So you're like,
Yep.
I shall get the barbershop quartet.
So she sat there. I remember opening the door, and when they're dressed, for this Valentine's Day, they have like red blush on their face. They look like mannequins. So like creepy ass fucking not mannequins, ventriloquist dummies.
Okay.
Marionettes.
And they have that little
Yeah,
styrofoam
like
hat with the band around
around it.
Yeah, like the great cat, like the hat I wore to your party, Sam. You know the hat I had? That was a barbershop. I bought a real one though.
Dressed just like that, and they're all standing there looking like.
Are you Amanda?
How much would you normally? What does this thing normally
What do they
cost?
sing?
Like $100?
What did they sing?
They sung the reason they were called, I think, the Wild Irish Rose, because there's a song called "My Wild Irish Rose, the sweetest rose I know," and then it keeps going. It's called, and they sung that to her. It's called "My Wild Irish Rose." That's the name of the song.
"Kiss from a Rose" by Seal.
No. So, but they're all
Were
sitting
you just
like,
standing there with your arms
oh,
crossed?
yeah, we open the door and she's so fucking confused. And
Is that your dad?
Imagine a hot cheerleader.
Oh, this Wild
Is
Irish.
this it?
I'll tell you in a sec because I know it.
Yeah, this is it. I know the song he's talking about.
If you listen, I sing you a sweet little song of a flower that's now drooped and
Fucking cheerleaders just standing at the door.
She's standing there like,
She just slowly shuts the door.
Inside, I'll see you. And she's just
there's a
standing
bunch
there
of
like,
harmonizing
what
parts
the
there.
So, your dad's singing the song with a bunch of other barbershop quartet.
Yeah.
And then you're standing there. She's standing at the door.
Well, they brought her.
I found it.
Did they go inside the door or they do it on the porch?
No, they do it on the porch. That's it. This is it. This is it. Oh my God.
How many times did you have to listen to this?
Oh, so many times.
Seth is getting a boner. He's really fucked up.
God.
Oh, man.
You're so fucked up that this
You
barbershop
gotta get some
quartet
help.
is making you think about a high school girl.
I remember him doing that part. I remember one time.
What would make you think
my
of your
dad. I
teen
remember one time my
girlfriend?
dad
How
driving.
creative is it to name yourself
Oh,
after
no,
like the most famous song?
Yeah, I know. My dad one time he got it so good. He's like, "Oh, I got it so good now. I can make up words. Check this out." And he starts singing. And he goes, "My wild Irish fart, the sweetest." He just starts singing.
Oh my God! That's your dad. Confirmed. That's your dad. Confirmed.
So I was like, "Shut up, Dad." I'm like,
That shit is genetic. 100% genetic. Anyway.
So a month
It's
later,
in the blood.
we went to college and she cheated on me with a pilot.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is my question. So
Sorry, man.
so when you're
That's the dead honest truth.
you're standing there
That's terrible.
at your teen
Yeah, I was banging on the door. Ah, and she's in there with the guy.
she's in there.
Oh yeah, I called
Break it down, break it down,
I
break it
called
down.
her. And she's and they're silent. Both their cars are there. Like I dropped her off. She's like, "It's just a fan." I'm like, "Oh, okay." So I pull up at night when she was supposed to call me. Never call me. Her phone's going right to voicemail. I pull up to her apartment. This is right when we went to college at USF, and
You were an Osprey. No, wait, no. What
No,
were
Bull.
they? Bull.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
UNF at the Osprey.
Yeah. So when I dropped her off, I saw him and I saw the car that he had. It was a truck or something.
You knew
like
the
that.
guy?
No, I don't know.
Oh,
I
okay.
have no idea who he is. But then when I pulled up at night because
Ooh,
she
it
wasn't
still
answering,
stings.
it was her car, his car there, and there was like a light on inside the apartment. So I was like, "Oh, it's my phone. What's going on?"
I like the
Fucking stalker.
Every time you bang on the door, instead of just going, "I know you're in there," you should go, "Gung gung gung." I know you're in there.
That'll make
Now
her.
this would never happen. I'm too jaded. I don't even
That'll
fucking
make her
remember.
love you.
But back then I was I was.
You've never banged on a door.
No.
You've never been cheated on, have you?
No.
That sucks.
But
I've only had one
Fucking
girlfriend.
Sucks, dude.
she said it was.
And it's Crystal, which
I
is
did cheat
really
on,
the
I
only.
did cheat on her first. That's how she found
What
out.
the fuck, dude?
Well, it wasn't really a cheat.
You
I just
deserved
sucked on a
it.
boobie.
She just sucked on a pilot.
It was one night at a club. I was with some friends and I made out with a girl.
Sucked on a titty.
Literally in the club, I sucked on a booby at 18 years old. I was in the club, not knowing.
I
was
think
this is
my-
amazing. And then my friends told her, and I guess that's why.
Wow,
she
your friends are shitty.
Yeah, I think.
And then when I found out that he
Suck
told
some
her,
girl's
this gets in debt.
He was trying to fuck her. That's why he told her.
When I found out that he's the one that told her, like it was like months later, I called him. He was in the hospital that night because he ran over a fucking dude with a motorcycle, killed the guy on the motorcycle. I knew that. I still called him.
We didn't want to go this deep.
Yeah.
I think that's called hit, not run over. It's hard to run over.
I still called him and I was bitching at him while he was in the hospital. He's like, "You're talking to me now. I just killed." And he starts crying. I'm like, "Fuck you, dude. Fuck you." Oh, I started yelling at him for it. Like,
Dude, you gotta get a shrink.
Oh, it was bad.
You got
You gotta get a shrink. I'm your friend, and you need one. You got a lot to unpack. You got a lot to unpack.
I didn't
You
kill a
might
guy.
be the
My
craziest
friend.
You told my
Personally,
girlfriend
personally.
I sucked a girl titty. I killed him.
Booby.
That's exactly kind of what happened. His sister called me back and was like, "How dare you call my brother when he just got in an accident and killed somebody?" Oh.
And everybody knows you sucked that titty. And we're telling.
I did.
Everybody.
We're telling Amanda.
Whatever.
God damn it.
She's married with kids now.
I told you, dude. We needed a story, and there we go.
Yeah.
No. Okay. That
You got another
wasn't-
one?
That wasn't my story that I was going to tell.
I wrote
Okay,
something
tell the
never
story.
done. Well, dump them out. I wrote it down. Okay, you can tell. Okay, just go.
Let's just roll through the Seth story.
Yeah. What
I
else you
mean,
got?
like, it feels natural,
Yeah.
right? It feels good.
I'm sitting back. I'm drinking my
Yeah, our delicious cocktail.
my Cooper's Market. Let's talk about that real quick.
Yeah,
and then
what'd
we
you
can
make?
set-
What'd
Yeah, so
plug
this
in.
Cooper's Mark. It's finished off with a little bit of Grand Marnier, and it's just some cranberry juice finished off with a little bit of a muddled orange at the bottom, and it made this nice cocktail. Yeah, so it's Cooper's Mark's bourbon. It's not their flavor, their apple, their peach. It's just their traditional bourbon with this.
It's
Cool.
good.
And if you
And you
send
get this
us,
at any ABC store.
yeah, and if you send
Yeah,
us,
who sent us the recipe this time?
So this was Drew from Kalamazoo.
All right.
All right. It's called what? Cranberry
What's
sauce
Kalamazoo?
or something?
Yeah, it's just gonna be a cranberry sauced.
So just
It's
send
good.
us a recipe.
It is
we'll,
good.
We'll send you an ABC gift card in the mail, and that's as simple as that.
Yep.
I like cocktails, and maybe all cocktails are meant to be this way, but I like cocktails that it's becoming my new favorite thing for editing here.
Yeah.
Because you don't, like beers, you kind of pound them down, but a cocktail, you can add a little
sip.
more ice and just kind of let it water a little bit, and you can get all different flavors. This one's really good, man. Well done.
So Seth, now you did ask me right before the show starts. Hey, can I tell that story? I don't know if it's a statute of limitations.
Well,
and-
you asked me
Whoa!
first. Wait.
And then
you asked me first to think of a story.
I need to know.
And
what-
immediately my
we
head
should
got
have talked
flooded
about
with
this
me.
off
And
air.
I
Yeah, I
didn't
should have been
even-
looped in on this, I feel like.
Well, that's
I didn't even text you. I didn't even read what the story
Oh,
was
great.
about.
Yes.
Now
So-
I'm nervous as fuck now.
Yeah,
No, it's
I
not
know.
anything.
It's
I
piquing
don't
my
think-
anxiety.
I don't think it's bad.
It's not our statute of limitations. So,
Well, I didn't technically do it either. I just talked somebody into doing it, and I was with the message.
That's an accomplice, sir. I don't know if...
Oh,
So what?
You know what? Go ahead. Indict yourself.
It's not us, right?
Dude, you can say anything on a show
It's
because no
fine.
one ever is like, is that real?
Yeah, you don't know
I
if
did
this
this
is
my
real.
Yeah, but
entire
if they
career.
start vetting it, that's when you have a
Right,
problem.
yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
We're listening.
well, this was back. This is a long time.
Sam's
This
whiskey
is when I was
kicked
in high. This is like when I was in high school. We just started driving in high school.
Okay.
Okay, I'm not gonna say who I was with. I'm not gonna say
You
where
ran
I was.
over a man and killed him.
You killed
No.
him,
There's no limitations on
it's
murder.
really not that serious. No, it's So I'm with my friend who I'm best friends with in high school. This is the guy I used to go to buffets with, eat until he threw.
Buffet Johnny.
Eat until he, well, it was my best friend. That's all we used to do. And we were like, what do you want to do? Like, go to a buffet. Go to a buffet. All right, we used to go to a
Oh my
buffet.
God.
Eat until he threw up, and then ate some more. Like it was a bad.
What'd you
bad
weigh in high
phase.
school?
I was 240ish,
I need to see fat.
but
Seth.
he was 400ish. So
Do you have some
Yeah,
pictures
let's-
of high school pictures of yourself?
We gotta
Yeah,
see chunks.
Man, I
Because
went
I've
to,
only seen you in good shape.
I went to a place like this, like a buffet style place, a couple of weekends ago, and I really enjoyed it. But I just ate normal. But there were other people there. There was one guy there who was the biggest human being I've ever seen, and he was sitting at the booth by himself, and it really affected my dinner. You know what I mean? Like it
'Cause
bummed me
you-
out.
yeah, you're like,
'cause
you should not be
yeah,
doing
it hit
this.
a point where I just said like it made me like I felt bad.
It's a guy that's smoking with oxygen in his nose.
Yeah, I was kind of just looking at it, and I'm like, what?
Yeah.
And then I was kind of like, and then Andrea and I talked about it. I was like, well, is he happy? Because like if he knows this is the route he's going and it's too far gone, then I'm fully committed to like, yeah, you sit there and you enjoy every
that's how I
night.
felt with my friend because he was happy and we're having fun. So I was
Okay,
like, why not?
I support it.
Let's do this together.
Sorry, didn't mean to hijack.
So
No,
you're with your buffet friend.
With my buffet, and I'm with my steroid jacked friend at the time. Like he was all
Healthy
about,
influences both.
Yeah. So this guy is absolutely
Steroid Billy and
damn,
morbidly Johnny.
This is all making sense now.
It really is.
You have all the stories, you put them together, you're like, oh,
Now
I
see.
see.
I know why you hate skipping a week of coming in here because it's like skipping a week of your therapist. You come in here, you unpack, you leave. I'm walking on sunshine.
Kind of. So this guy was at the time he was the one that dealt sold steroids ever. He smoked and dealt.
He sold them.
He was the guy.
I believe that's called a drug dealer. I may have the pronunciation wrong on that.
Yeah. So anyway, this guy Jack like always like trying to do like crazy shit because he's like kind of insane from like all the juice that he's doing at that young age. I'm not like that. I'm not like that at this point.
Roy dead.
So anyway, we're always driving together. My friend's got this beat up like old I can't remember, it's like early 80s jalopy, like it looked like a giant black boat that he used to drive, piece of shit.
Okay.
It was his first
big
car,
Buick or something.
big something like I don't even know
Sabre.
what it was. So we always leave out of his house, and we always pass by a few other houses that are like super nice, really expensive, nice houses. And this one guy, we didn't know him, but he always had like badass cars in his yard and like really nice house. Everything's nice and manicured.
What do you mean like by?
He was rich.
What do you mean
He's
like?
he's rich.
Like
He's a rich
badass
guy.
cars. Like what kind of cars?
Just nice,
like Lexus.
nice,
and-
like at the time. Yeah,
A
like
Pontiac
like a
Trans Am.
300 ZX.
Yeah,
those
yeah.
thing back then. Something like nice.
You remember our buddy Keck Jimmy had a 300 ZX.
Oh,
when they
almost crashed it.
Yeah, I know. I was gonna tell that story. That's funny.
Hope it
Hey,
wasn't
you know,
us.
we should get a business together. I'm glad you remember that.
So anyway,
Right into crashed into my garage. You popped the clutch in the old studio's
Well,
driveway.
I didn't realize he left it in first when I started it and then let the clutch
Who
out.
leaves it in first?
Again, don't know how to really drive a stick.
That's right. Yeah.
So anyway, we're driving down, and we noticed that one of his new vehicles is parked, like it's in the driveway, but half of it is sticking in the road, like just randomly. I don't know how. Maybe
You need to teach this guy a lesson.
that's exactly what I thought. So
Was he T-boned it?
So I drive by, and my steroid friend and me are like, dude, do you see that? Do you see his car back there? And he's like, yeah.
We gotta do something. This is terrible. Like, why would you think?
And then my steroid buddy was like, dude, he's like, you can get a new car. You can get a new car if you smash this car. He thought that
What's the logic? I don't. Hold
he
on.
thought that he'd smash the car, get insurance money, and be able to afford a new car.
Wow.
What if it's your fault?
Well, because technically, I understand his rationale.
Like he was
Okay,
in the road.
This is
Car was
Miami
in the
time.
road.
His car is in the road, so
Yeah.
technically, it's like, hey, I just
Oh, it's
kept
like
on
slip
driving.
and fall.
I just kept on driving straight, and that's his
Ex-
fault. The
ex-
car's in the road. I slammed into
Just slip and fall, yeah.
60 miles an hour.
Exactly what it
Yeah.
was. No. He told him to go the speed limit on purpose.
In case they do for wins.
so he's my buddy's not having it. My steroid friend is like, do it, like squeezing it.
Okay,
Like,
so-
you gotta go back and do it.
do it, pussy!
Because he wanted to say,
Oh yeah!
he was
I
in-
want him to yell, Royd yell.
What year is this? This
he
was
was
like
in the- I don't know,
97?
earlier than that.
Okay.
Anyway,
96.
he's the one that. He was like begging him to do it.
Were
my
you guys
buddy-
listening
buddy's
to
like,
Bohemian
Oh
Rhapsody
no!
when he did it?
I'm gonna tell you. I'm
Like
gonna
Wayne's
tell you
World?
exactly.
Yeah.
That's kind of the funny part is what we listened to as we made a U-turn.
Yes,
drove all the way
yes.
down, passed it again, looked at it, like, oh, there it is. Went all the way down about a quarter mile.
Face tonight!
No.
Too late.
We started. We had, it was at the times where
Total
you,
eclipse of the heart.
you can put in the cassette tapes that had the wire, and you had the CD
Yeah.
player.
Yeah.
Oh.
Put it to your disc,
We
man,
had-
son.
We
How
had
fancy.
we had some Aerosmith, and I played fucking something wrong with the world today. I don't know.
Living on the edge.
because Eddie Furlong
what it is.
because Eddie Furlong
wrong with the car.
living on the edge.
I thought he was in Rock and Roller Coaster.
You know what?
Can't stop yourself from fun.
We thought it was funny.
You know what's wrong with it? Steroid douchebags crashing into cars.
Yeah. Well, we thought it was funny because at the end of that, Eddie Furlong crashes. He steals a cop car and crashes into the building.
We're Eddie Furlong.
So you swing around, and then the steroid guy is screaming at your fat buddy.
I'm in the back with there's no seatbelt in this fucking jalopy in the back. So I'm like, I'm
driving?
kind of nervous.
Steroid guy's driving?
My fat friend's driving. Steroid guy's in the passenger.
Why did you make the fat fuck?
Because it was his car. We were doing it for him.
Totally wow, what a reveal.
We're doing it for him.
Yeah, we're
doing it for you, Chubb.
That's what we said. It's just that I had to do it. Like, get in your car.
Yeah, but you didn't realize
that
the steering wheel is going to impale him.
So you drive the speed. What is the speed limit?
I don't know. It was on a little resident, 35. Maybe,
okay.
Not
35
too.
to a dead stop. Still.
And
then, it didn't dead stop. We rolled
right through.
Put on Aerosmith's Ragdoll. Ragdoll, living out of money.
So, yeah, we're driving along.
Worst fucking band to crash a car to ever.
Loving an elevator.
That's a good song. That's a good song.
And so you crash into it.
About 10 yards out. We all kind of like realize what the fuck's about. It's like the flash before the shit.
God, teen boys are dumb.
I love your story.
I remember we all just go. It was like harmonizing, like my dad's barbershop. We all go, ah! Like we fucking, ah! Like it's about to fucking happen.
It's sad, but I totally understand it and could put myself in that car next to Seth. And then at that age, I'd be
just place your hand on his shoulder as it goes.
Yeah. That's
I had mine bracing on their two chairs or something. I think that's what I did. Blast through it. Fucking the owner comes out. Like fucking irate like crazy, like worried about us more than anything, of course. My fat friend is like, I think his chest hurt. Like I think he hit his chest. So he's
slammed into steering wheel.
But my buddy, fucking his neck. I don't know I couldn't tell if he was fake or not. But he's like, he's on the side.
I can't walk.
No, he was trying
I didn't know if they were serious or not. Yeah, exactly. I don't know if he was trying to just say that.
He's trying to soothe her.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm in the back. I acted like nothing. I was like, I'm okay. I'm fine. Because I didn't want any part of it, really. I just wanted, it was fun for me to just be the person poking and like, let's do it.
Yeah, man, you got to get a shrink.
So what happened?
I'm going to say that again.
The guy calls the ambulance. Ambulance comes. So the guy that's on steroids.
This man's fat.
We must get taxpayers' dollars for a fucking prank.
He's in the back of the ambulance. They take his blood pressure.
It's not a prank. It's a scam.
That's true. That's
He's trying to scam insurance money.
But he also doesn't know how to scam correctly. They're not going to pay for a new car.
Yeah. Well, no, he got. Well, that's next step. Okay. He takes his blood pressure, and his blood pressure is like fucking because of all the steroids. He's like 220 over like 100, something ridiculous. Like he's fucking having a heart attack, and they're like, "Oh, your friends got way too. We're taking him to the.
Get out of here.
It's crazy. The fat guy's having a heart attack, and the steroid guy. We gotta get out of here.
The steroid guy looks amazing.
It's heart attack crazy over here.
The guy in the middle's in between.
We've got two guys having heart attacks. The guy in the middle thinks he's having a heart attack.
And I don't know. They asked us, did we not see the vehicle? And we're like, oh, we were just kind of talking and didn't. And I don't know.
We were singing barbershop quartet.
We're singing Aerosmith.
I wasn't paying attention to like, well, that's on you.
We were planning our insurance scam.
So literally like 2 or 3 weeks later, he gets a check for his car. It was like $400 or something shit that he couldn't even pay for the fucking seats in it or something like that. I mean, the car was worth maybe $800, $900. It was worth shit. It was worth nothing. It barely drove.
Like $1,000.
But he got like $400 for it. And he's like, no, I gotta fucking put, save money and buy something else. He was fucking irate.
And then normally like big guys like that end up with a little car. Yeah, and that's when it's sad.
But I took him to a buffet and he got happy.
That's good. Just ends like a children's book.
Yeah. And the guy got his car fixed. Everything was fine.
It's not fine.
Where are they now? Let's do it. Where are they now? Yeah. Where is your Chungus friend?
My one friend stopped talking to me because my fat friend, but we were best friends for a while, and we actually just connected again. He got very, very religious.
Okay.
And he knew I was kind of an outspoken.
And you're an outspoken atheist. Sure.
Well, I was. I'm not so much anymore. I am, but I'm not.
You used to be more dickheady about it.
I was more outspoken about it, I guess you could say. So I think that was one of the reasons that he kind of stopped talking to me. But we just reconnected actually like a few months ago, which is weird.
Get him in your karate.
He set me up.
And get him to lose weight like Diamond Dallas Page, and then you'd go on a Shark Tank.
Yeah, he's not in this area anymore.
What about steroids, man?
I don't know. Last I checked, I'm not friends with him on Facebook. Actually, last I checked, he had This is the guy I used to do G with a lot too. Like,
Yeah.
I remember him like
G and steroids.
I remember had to
Let's get in G holes and suck each
Yeah.
other's dicks, bro.
Let's suck boobies
He was
at
in
a
a G
club.
hole in the beach, like almost drowning in the salt water,
Oh
and I had to
God.
carry him out and like lay him on the sand.
Oh God! I almost died. Suck my dick, man. I'm in a G hole.
His girlfriend was with him, and then she started just making out with him as he was like, cheat out.
What?
It's a different way of living, man.
I was watching
this was-
the Jersey Shore yesterday.
Yes.
Because Crystal was like, let's put on ridiculousness. And we ran out of shit.
Did you watch the new?
No,
or you watched
no,
the old?
I never even seen it, but I was like, what the fuck is this? And
No,
they're
you
like
gotta
an
watch
apartment.
Below Deck, bro.
Yeah, and I'm like, this all Oh, I watch Holy Moly too. Awesome. Kids
Oh,
love it.
it's great.
It's great. It's great.
It's great.
Anyway.
And, Rob Riggle actually does a very fine job of being really silly and funny, and they've let him go more now.
Dude, he was saying boner alert, and then the guy's like, that's not going to pass. And they were fucking around.
They let it go.
And I was like,
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they let stuff go. I think they're doing kind of what we do in real radio. Spoiler alert: we push the envelope until somebody says we can't do it.
Yeah,
It's
and
what you're supposed to do.
And I was like, this is good.
Yeah.
I was talking shit about it. I was like, no way it's good.
No,
It's
Wriggle's good. Wriggle's
Good.
solid. And Joe, was it
Yeah.
famous
Whatever.
sportsman?
Yeah.
Tatori?
Totoro.
Steroid guy's in a wheelchair.
Oh,
I'm
my God.
I'm joking.
Okay.
He's fine.
He's dead.
He's fine. He looks good. I'm friends with him on Facebook. I didn't realize I was.
It's fine.
Yeah, you can reconnect.
You can do steroids as
Yeah,
much as
you
you
can
want.
get him in your dojo. And you guys can do it again.
You can do steroids while you're 18 until your blood pressure's 240 over 100, and then be fine. And
So
you're
what
adult
happened
age.
on Jersey Shore? I'm
Yeah,
interested.
yeah. Oh, nothing. It was just so. I was like, what the hell is going on? And it was like, who are these people, and who would want to hang out with them?
all
these people?
Are you watching the new stuff or the old
I have
ones?
no idea. I'm watching some shit. And it looks before they were rich. Maybe.
Okay,
I
so
don't
it's
know.
probably
Yeah.
the early stuff.
It's some rerun shit.
I
It's on
remember-
Hulu.
Shit,
It's on
probably.
Hulu.
Yeah,
MTV.
me and Andrea used to be all in on Jersey Shore.
Yeah,
like we
'cause
would
it's just trash.
We'd
TV.
go and watch
is
it, but you know
trash.
I can't find myself committing as much because I don't want it on when the kids running around.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So like, if it were just me and her, I think I probably would put it on while we're cooking or doing stuff like that. But I don't want that on
I
when.
started watching that Sexy Beasts dating show on Netflix. You guys.
Is that the one where they dress up like different animals and shit?
Well, it's just like it's animals. It's like
Anything
one
but
lady was a
themselves.
devil.
Yeah.
Like so you just can't see their face. What their face really looks
Yeah,
like.
but
it's pretty fucking
Are
funny.
they making okay?
and it's really good makeup and costuming.
Are they making skinnier people large and large people skinnier?
They only have 2 episodes out, and right now, no. It's basically just their faces.
You know what I mean? Because like
sometimes their hands.
like if you walked over, like no offense, I'm just saying if a girl walked over and she was like, let's say I got the elephant,
Yeah, you look like
gonna
Jabba the
be
Hutt.
like-
You can tell.
yeah, you can tell I'm gonna be like, I'm just saying.
yeah, they don't really mess with their body
I'm just
sizing.
being honest. I'm gonna be like, fuck, I got the elephant. Good makeup.
All right, let's take a break. When we come back,
Sorry.
we'll do some news. We got a long list to dump them out, so I don't want it to go too long.
Alrighty. Plizkin is the name of the band. The name of the song is Unwanted. I'm going punk rock heavy.
Yep.
And then at the end of the show, we're going to end with a brand new song from Curtis Harding. If you don't know who he is, you need to look him up. He is phenomenal. So enjoy this. We'll be back with more on Mediocre Time momentarily. Let's get punk rocky.
Have you ever denied to be different by choice? Have you had too much trust? I'm always by your side. Ghost story, your new boyfriend better hide.
Ghost story, because I'm dead and you're alive. Sorry, I'm so sorry, Teenage Bottle Rocket. I've only heard that song twice, and I forgot that it ends like that. Welcome back to Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. I am Dan.
I'm Tom.
Samantha's here, Butler's here, Seth Petrozelli on news. And where are we going now, buddy?
Let's get to it. Let's get some news.
All right, I gotta find
my
the
voice is tired
buttons.
from talking.
All right, here we go.
99 MRIs trying to prove he's gonna die. The CD is kicking in with every new hit at the gym. He laid out Kimbo with an attack, but the Russian won't call him back. And we all forgot about that fight. Just won't prove for long you're gonna die. It's Seth Petrozelli with your douche bro news. Narps.
Seth's News brought to you by White Claw. Use hashtag ClawMe when you buy some White Claw at ABC or wherever you buy White Claw, and we'll send you a gift. We got a bunch of White Claw hats and other cool things recently, and we'll mail one to you.
You know this whole send people a gift thing's gonna fucking kill you. You know that, right?
Gifts.
Yeah, you know that, right?
I'm
it's
trying
working
to,
though. It's working great.
Everybody gets.
I'm trying to like. It really does matter.
It matters,
and I'm like,
it does.
The only way our company can keep
going,
but
nobody likes to be upfront with it. Most people will do it, and they'll say, "Oh, yeah, behind the scenes." I'll be, yeah, it totally matters, but they don't want to say it.
Is it
because
like,
for some reason
is it too prideful? Is like because
for some reason it's very guarded to say it matters that there's feedback. I don't know what that means.
Is it like because it's considered like a cheesiness? Listen, because
but I don't think it's cheesiness. I think it proves.
Yeah.
It proves to your client that there's been
it works.
There's been a communication.
Well, I'm
exchange.
saying to talk about it and to be so appreciative to anybody who uses a sponsor.
Yes.
I guess it's kind of cheesy to say.
It is kind of cheesy.
But it's how the business works. I don't.
Well, it's only cheesy. Well, really, it's
the only way it will work. We can't do it without.
I think I figured it out. It's cheesy because most people will say it, but they won't. Like with the Gabriella Plants deal. It's only cheesy, but you get the plant, and then you're, oh yeah, this isn't cheesy. You see what I'm saying? Like,
I don't, and also it costs us a bunch of money. Like, honestly,
whatever.
Yeah.
News.
It's
all right, news.
By the way,
sorry, I didn't mean to derail us, but
Butler was clapping and openly stirring his drink on the mic. The whole Seth's intro, he's like clapping along to it, loud with his mic on, and then stirring the drink.
I told you he's on the spectrum, and he's creeping up higher and higher every day.
How do you not know that first you have a microphone in front of you, it's right in front of you,
and you have headphones on.
Your headphones, you're on a show. Okay, I'm sorry.
I don't recall clapping, but
you were clapping. I looked over at your hands as you were loudly clapping, and I was like, "What the fuck is he doing?"
I like clapping.
All right.
Seth,
first story.
Were you able to pull that video by any chance?
Yeah. I'll get it from the text while you're.
Okay. So, a man's proposal at a baseball game goes horribly wrong. An embarrassing video appears to show the moment a man's marriage proposal at a minor league baseball game in Massachusetts goes horribly wrong.
Don't propose to me at a minor league
game. I was just about to say, that's why it was a minor league game. Like,
now, before you continue the story, it's been well known for a while that this has been a promotional gag to do.
Everybody in the chat's already calling it out that it's fake.
Oh, really? No shit? And the New York Post. See, I went to a reputable news source.
I mean, this going on that we
can still do it.
They're gonna sell it like it's real.
It's fine.
I can tell right now. I'll look at it and I'll know whether this is real or not.
I thought it was a little hokey too, but I decided to run with it anyway.
Because this has been going on at basketball games. They love it at basketball games for whatever reason. But they show some proposal and then the girl storms out, and then everybody's like, "Oh!" And then it's entertainment.
The guy just goes and runs into a car on the way.
And they're like, "Sponsored by Mentos."
Then let's just skip it then.
No, I want to see. I want to see their.
We want to make fun of you. Oh.
Yeah.
No, I will make fun of you because
this is real.
This is
no, I did not. I had an
way,
idea because it did look a little like the guy.
No, look,
his face looked kind of like fake.
This is not your fault.
But I would like to give the New York Post a little credit in the fact that they shouldn't have gotten fooled if this was just a promotional stunt.
They post non-factual shit all the time.
Here we go.
I don't know.
It's not the New York Times.
I don't know
check
what
it
the
out.
fuck it is.
Here we go.
But you look like an idiot if you report this as news.
No, it's too over the top. She's too over the top about it.
Yeah.
And it's a perfect camera angle, like right there.
I thought the camera angle sucked. That's why I was like,
Yeah. Seth, this is so goddamn fake. It's sad that you actually brought this in.
You know what? I wanted to
You
give you
pay him
the
for this.
I wanted to give you the benefit of the doubt.
see if you could pull up a girl on a Jersey Shore ride.
By the way,
hits a seagull on with her face.
Let me hold on.
Pull that up real fast because I got that. There's no way to fake that.
Let me yell.
That's my next story.
At the fucking promotions department of all these professional sports agencies that do these things during like baseball and NBA games or whatever. I know that you don't hire any actors. These are just like in promotion interns or whatever because they all want to do stuff the cheapest way possible. But the female's reaction is too over the top and unbelievable because you saw how she's like walking away like no, and they're like nobody ever acts like that. That's not realistic at all. If she really did not want to get married, she would probably just be like, all right, let's talk about it. Thank you.
She wouldn't have stood on the dugout.
And then, who runs away? Like, it's stupid. It's over the top.
I think my wife actually was sick with the flu when I hid the ring in the Christmas tree, and she couldn't find the plug. Remember that? And she couldn't find the plug.
Yeah.
And then, I did this whole, prank.
Yeah, but
I got 3 cool stories of proposing.
Hold on, I do want to hear.
I want you to rank them.
Tell us how you did it.
Rank them.
The first one was we went to a really expensive restaurant. It's not what's that top floor at downtown Orlando? It was a restaurant at the very top. What was the name of that restaurant right there? It closed. It had the really cool windows that were slanted that you could look out of.
PDQ.
I don't know.
Anyway,
I remember that.
Took her to dinner.
Arthur's? No.
I don't know. I got the check. I stuck the ring inside the check. I open it. I'm like, oh my God. She's like, what? What happened? I'm like, I think they triple charged me for the meal or something. I don't know what's going on. Tell me if this looks right to you. She opened it. The ring was in there. I got on one knee. And I thought everyone that was in the restaurant would look and be like, yeah. Nobody gave a fucking shit.
I wanted you to go the route of I forgot my wallet. Can you pay for this?
Yeah,
slide it over.
What was it? I mean, I went similar. Something like that. The second one, I just did it right in front of him. Nothing special at all. I was like, you know what? I was jaded by the first one, so the second one.
God damn.
I got nothing.
I'm ready.
Blew it.
I surprised her. I did
I blew with the check.
I did surprise her with her parents being at my family dinner, so I invited them. She didn't know they were coming. It was like a Thanksgiving or something like that, or Christmas. It was Christmas, actually. So I invited them down, so she was surprised that they were there. She's like, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Mom and Dad,
she turned around.
Oh, what a great surprise. My in-laws are here for dinner.
Yeah. And then the third one.
Voila.
You'll love this.
And there's more where this came from.
The third one, I took her on vacation to Colorado. We were in the mountains.
I've been there.
Got a really nice balcony, looked out over the mountains. I put the ring.
Can't wait to plow you over this.
I put the ring inside this. It's actually a really cool ring holder. It looked like a rose, but it opened up and it was a ring holder.
Oh, I see.
inside.
There's a 7-Eleven all the time. It's that glass ball, never-ending rose.
Yeah. If you take the
they
glass,
have a camouflage one now.
Yeah.
They have a camouflage rose inside a glass ball, and the lady, my lady's at 7-Eleven. She's like, "Baby, that will last you 2 years."
And then when you're done with the rose, you can smoke crack out of the ball.
No, there's a big ball. You would have to throw this in a cop car.
Yeah.
The
big one.
The globe.
I thought you meant a tiny
It
one.
looks like a crystal
Snow
ball.
Who buys that, by the way?
I want to.
Let's have one for the studio.
I was going to bring one.
I'm getting one.
All right.
I'm getting one over the weekend.
Okay, sorry.
No, don't say it. I'm buying one.
So I said, I took her out to the balcony. I was like, hey, isn't this a beautiful view? This is a great view. And then she's like, yeah. I'm like, well, what about this view? And I held the flower up, and then I opened it.
Oh.
Well, that one's the best one out of the
How
three.
about this view? My cock.
I had the rose down here, and I had a hole cut in it. My little dick was popping.
Why does it make me embarrassed when hearing stories of
Going
you
over the top
trying to be romantic?
Because you have no romance in you.
I feel like I
How are you
want to
going to
run.
propose next time?
I'm so embarrassed by how do you like
Well,
this?
Butler, did you do something
God.
like crazy when you proposed?
She proposed to him.
She played the heart perfectly, and then on a pile of money, she proposed to you.
No, all of our family was together for Thanksgiving, and I proposed on her grandmother's pier that they just recently lost over the years. But yeah, it was at her grandmother's
He went on a
house.
broken pier. He climbed out on the broken pier.
It wasn't a broken pier. It was out in Cocoa.
That's a lot of pressure, bro. No. Butler,
Quit doing it in front of everybody.
Yeah,
I didn't do it in front of anybody.
I did it too.
It was just
in
Jen and
front
I.
of all my friends.
Yeah, I just did it in front of Andrea. I didn't do it. I asked her dad though.
Do it in private.
Oh, I asked every one of their dads.
I asked her. You know, I will say. Okay. I asked her dad for permission, but now that I think about it, I think that's fucking stupid.
What if they say no?
What?
They're never going to
What
say
if
no.
the dad says no? Then are you just not going to ask the woman to marry you?
You wouldn't have called him. You knew what he was going to say.
I already thought about that.
I did it too.
Mine said I had to finish college. Like, you have to finish college.
Yeah, I already thought about that. And
you're like, all right, bro.
And then you walk outside and you're like, holy shit, I can't do that. Me dumb. Me dumb. Me no do that. Me start karate kick. Me start kick store.
Skull, please kill your dojo. Seth's kick store.
Yes.
I called Jen's dad.
All punches, half off.
Setsu-san, get it.
I called Jen's dad, but the line went dead. And I had to call him back, and it was.
You did it on the phone. You didn't do it in person.
What?
Yeah.
I did I did mine on the phone.
I did it in person.
Nerve-wracking.
My dad told me to do it in person. My dad's like, "Boy, you're not gonna call to do that. You gotta sit down with him and say,
Once I'm
Old
once
school.
I'm an adult myself, I don't feel like I have to do it anymore.
Yeah, I kind of
Yeah, right.
felt like,
Well, now you're
feel-
older than
Yeah,
their
exactly.
dad.
Dead. Yeah.
Yeah, I really. You should be asking me.
Well, he dates young girls. Their dads are probably still.
yeah, you're gonna eventually,
I'll be older than the dad. I think.
no,
Yeah, you probably.
eventually
Wait,
you're-
are you older than her dad?
No.
Oh, okay.
But you're close. Let's start a podcast.
Dude, but I wonder if people still do that to this day.
I bet they do.
Call the dad.
Not everybody.
You know what?
but-
I'm
gotta
gonna
respect
go
them.
on a limb, and I'm gonna say that even though I know that tradition will change so many more times, and it already is, but if Maisie, whomever, girl, guy, whatever, wants to phone me up or find me and shows me the respect of sitting down with me and shows that level of respect of like, to me, I kind of took it as like saying I'd like to be part of this, like I want us to be together. I want us to be like family. That will go a very long way with me. And I'm not.
It's true.
I'm not much of a traditionalist. I'm not a traditional dude. But like, to me, it just means that you're in it, and that you want to have fun, and you want to be like a good person, and you're going to treat Maisie right. So I like that. At its very least, it's a sign of respect.
Yeah. Also, I'm pretty sure you would know whether it was a good idea or not, right? Just based on you knowing. I'm sure you've like.
So if you think that he doesn't like you, just don't ask, right?
Oh yeah, or it's not going to go well.
Her
like,
dad didn't give me the business about my tattoos, though. I mean, he got his digs in.
No, right.
and I like getting digs in. I'm that type of person.
Yeah.
But as I'm sitting here, I don't think I'd be comfortable doing that. I don't think I could do that.
Yeah.
You know me pretty well. I think
What was
I'd be
saying?
kind of in the.
Was he just giving you the business?
He was like, you have an awful lot of tattoos.
Well, he didn't say that when you first met.
Why'd you choose to get those? Kind of a thing. Like I think it was just kind of, maybe he was just having fun.
Well, you do have that opportunity now to say what you feel, right? Because you have him on the line, you're vulnerable.
Yeah.
It'd be easy.
Hey,
or
good
you could be fucking with
good
you,
on
too.
him. Get me, whatever.
Yeah, they're
He's
trashy
I
looking.
love
I
that
would've
dude.
done
He's,
Yeah, they are
Jim.
trashy.
Jim's the best.
Yeah.
I lucked out. I literally won the lottery. So
Yeah.
if he wants to get me good.
When I
'cause
see
he's
you
a great
walk,
man.
when I see you walking around here, I'm like, what's that guy doing here? He's walking the wrong way. Go towards Colonial. And, what's the next story?
All right. Next story.
I hope they're all fake.
No, this one's definitely not fake unless there's some sort of.
Oh, don't never say.
Never say
A
definitely.
video filmed aboard an amusement park ride in Jersey Shore
Jersey Shore.
captured the
it.
moment a 13-year-old girl collided with a seagull. Cue this shit because this shit's fucking hilarious.
Okay.
Oh, this is the
This happened-
Fabio.
Yeah, this happened at Busch Gardens, Williamsburg.
All right, here we go.
It's a
Well,
swing
that was
nonchalant,
on a
she
roller
rips us
coaster.
off.
This I've never seen it on a slingshot.
Okay. Oh man, that's gonna
Oh,
hurt. Here we go.
man.
Shit, that's gonna hurt.
All right,
Happy birthday.
they're down there.
Watch.
I like it when they have
Fabio hit a fucking goose.
I mean, you could lose
fuck
an
you
eyeball.
up. He could fuck you up.
Oh, there it is.
That's a real bitch right there. She grabbed that thing.
That's what I say. She ripped it off.
That's a Jersey girl, dude.
She left it
Dude, she's awesome.
And the
fucking
best
awesome.
part is the bird just flew away. Like, what the fuck just hit me?
How good
It
is
didn't-
she? No, it kind of just
I
nestled
gotta
in her
see-
bosom.
I gotta
and
see
then,
the hit again.
And then she took it out.
It hit a lot more soft.
Oh, it fucking killed that goose with
No,
Fabio.
No, I think
Oh,
it
when,
lived.
yeah, and the Fabio killed that shit with his face.
Blood everywhere.
There it is again.
The girl said when she shut up, she saw it and it was coming right toward her. She said,
Oh.
You can
so-
probably see her
She
eyes.
looks like
See
she's
it.
looking at it.
It's flying over. Oh,
Yeah, you saw her eyes divert. Yeah.
oh, there it is. It flew away.
yeah, it flew away.
She's laughing about it.
That's funny.
God
It is
damn.
pretty
The
funny.
bird and the girl.
The
not
better would
injured.
have been
The
right in
bird
the
was
mouth.
injured. I mean, maybe
Oh,
it
yeah, the
lived,
bird's
but it
fucked
was
up.
injured.
Probably concussion.
How would they even know? Like it flew
Yeah, they
fucking
checked
away.
up. They checked up on it. Yeah.
The fact that it flew away, it has internal damage for sure. It's gonna
I
slowly
mean,
die.
birds have those little hollow bones.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
We didn't know what happened until they got off. They saw the feathers falling from the ride. So they saw a bunch of feathers go.
Oh, shit.
There were people on the bottom.
Oh, yeah.
That's crazy.
That's like every once in a while a pitcher will fucking nail a bird out of the air and shit, and you're like, wow, what are the chances of that shit?
We used to bring that up all the time. Remember, we became obsessed with that video. We did this on the morning show. We became obsessed with that video of Randy Johnson hitting the bird.
just disintegrates.
Yeah, and I think now our good friend Dan Cummins has been covering this on Is We Dumb, his podcast. I think they've been covering the Randy Johnson hitting the bird thing. But there was a time where you and I would watch that video like on a loop in the morning show. Like,
it was amazing.
Yeah, we're just like, how does that happen?
But here's
what is that?
This is the influence of the internet, though. Like, I guarantee you, if we interview someone from the Orlando Slingshot a month from now, that we're gonna ask them, like, hey, did you get every single customer ask or reference? Hope I don't hit a bird, And it's like, and the guy's gonna say, in 700,000 times I launched this thing, no birds have ever been hitting, or it's never going to happen. But now people saw it, and they're gonna be like, oh, I hope I don't hit a bird,
right,
and then that's it.
We smashed a bird going home we had a lineman camp in high school. Not on purpose. We were driving. My buddy Chad Perkins always had big ass lifted trucks.
First and last name.
Chad
Perkins. It doesn't matter. I mean, we didn't anything bad. We're just on a highway, and I just remember.
It's a silly reference. I'm a nerd.
I remember a bunch of birds flying like in the highway when we're driving. We just didn't slow down. He fucking creamed into like 2 birds, and the flares go. And we all laughed hysterically, like
my dad plowed through a duck and ducklings as they were crossing the street on our way to Disney while I was in the back of a pickup truck.
Oh my god!
Oh, wow!
Did not slow down.
I told you be careful with this one.
Oh my brother did some fucked up shit.
She is the one of
Went to the happiest place on earth after that.
He just
you want a balloon?
He just kept going.
He just ran.
He's like, I was on I-4. What'd you want me to do?
Hey kids, watch this.
My brother did
Jessica
that on
might have been
purpose.
in the back of the truck with me.
Oh my
in the
god!
back of the truck.
I mean, could he?
Yeah, we can't ride inside.
Could he have swerved and like it was too dangerous?
My
with
dad
his
swerved
family?
to miss a duck and hit a cop car.
Yeah. Well, sometimes they
See,
tell you.
sometimes you gotta.
Like,
you
don't
gotta do what you gotta
swerve.
do.
Anyway, next
Mr.
story.
Duck hit a pig. All right. So the next one, I thought this one was really cool because it's local and it's right down the street, and I'm excited about this. Orlando will get a high-tech Mongolian barbecue joint when the Mongolorian opens. The Mongolorian, like Mandalorian. I thought you'd like that.
Oh wow! Oh, I get it now.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
did
yeah.
that just for you, Butler.
I get it now. Oh, it was so.
You know the old firehouse on Colonial? Firehouse subs.
I hate Firehouse subs.
Oh no, I know. That's why they went out of business.
God.
Anyway, I looked at it to open my dojo. It was too big, so now the Mongolorians.
There used to be a sneaker store there too, like a crazy high-end sneaker store there, and there's a cleaner.
We're not really.
Cleaners right down there. Yeah.
Are we kind of too far away from the tourist area to name your place after a Star Wars?
I don't know.
Well,
the guy
that's
that's
like Asian land there.
yeah, the guy that's doing it. His name is
there's a
Hoy.
Dragon Ball Z joint around there too.
Hoy Win. He's behind such the other Mills 50 places like King Bao, Pokihana, Matcha House. Like those are all.
Oh,
like,
those
big
are all
names.
great spots.
Oh, huge spots. So he's opening this. So it should be like really, really
Pokihana's
good.
legit.
Mongolorian's a character in World of Warcraft. Is it possible that it's named after that instead?
It has the
Oh,
the
so they are
helmet.
definitely going for
I
Mandalorian.
think.
Okay.
Doesn't that look at that Mandalorian helmet?
Well, they'll kind of get.
No,
What
sir.
is Mongolian barbecue?
It's a Mongolian helmet.
I have no
Mongolorian
idea what that
will
even
allow
means.
patrons to build their own bowls from a selection of starches, proteins, vegetables, and sauces, and then they cook them up in front of their eyes using 7 tabletop stir fryers for a showy element.
So is it just like
You know,
poke bowls, basically?
No, you know,
It's
you ever
like
never been to a
stir
Chinese
fry.
buffet that has a Mongolian barbecue in it, where you go and you get meats, vegetables, you hand it to the guy, and he stir fries it real fast
Yeah.
and hands it back
It's
to you.
just like stir
It's
fry.
like a tampon chef.
Okay, so
Yeah.
they just
Yeah.
stir
Not
fries.
tampon
But yes,
chef.
it's like
tampon chef. My God.
It's like
I
one of
don't
those
think
poke
so.
joints. Yes.
It's actually called tampan.
Could you imagine what happened when Seth and Butler went out? Like, I would have loved to hear the conversations.
You couldn't have handled it. You couldn't have handled it. It would have been like it would have been listening to like a serial killer confess. Like you wouldn't have been able to take the details. You'd be like, "Oh my God, this is grotesque."
So
yeah, I just thought that was interesting. That we're getting something cool, and plus, I was excited because I could eat this stuff because I used to not pick the starches and get all veggies and proteins. I don't know. It was local, so I thought.
You
it
ever
was
been
cool
to Juicy
stuff.
Pot?
Hado Pato, yeah.
No, Juicy Pot's the new.
what's
Yeah, try Juicy Pot.
Pot, really?
Yeah, I'm saying.
Okay.
Might go there tonight. I heard. Whoa, Juicy Pot. They got a conveyor belt, a ramen conveyor
Where's this
belt.
at? Like at local?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll check
can
it out.
I ask you guys a question? So Crystal
No.
got very mad at me because I got super grumpy. I get in these grumpy moods.
You've been grumpy a lot.
I gotta relax. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've
I
been
told
grumpy
you to
about-
relax.
What makes you
Gotta
so,
get some new poo time.
I don't know,
What
but no,
makes you so
but that's
Your
not it.
sandals.
Anyway, so
Need some Crocs, bro.
so we dropped.
Come out with us.
Crystal dropped the boys off at my mom, so she was like, "You want to go to dinner?"
Da-na-na-na-na.
And I'm like, yeah, let's go to dinner. We never, we don't go out. It's just me and her very often. And then so she's like, "What do you want?" And I'm like, "Oh my
I hope you
God."
picked the barbecue place with
No,
the good
I'm like,
lemonade.
I don't care. Pick whatever you. And she gets
No,
mad that I
don't
don't.
say that.
I just because every
Just
time
make it up, dude.
If I actually
Honestly.
tell her what I want, then she'll be like, I don't like that. You know, like anyway.
Just pick her fucking favorite spot.
There you go.
But, anyway, so I just like pick whatever.
That's spoken like a man who wants a blowjob.
That's right.
But I was like, pick whatever you want.
No,
whatever.
you can't say that.
What you got to do, right? You got to pick 3 places and let her pick out of the 3.
Oh, that's what he does with our clients.
You give them options. Yeah.
You don't understand.
None of you fucking understand.
Anyway,
nobody here understands, man.
so I'm just like, whatever. So she's driving around.
Kate.
She's texting someone.
You're just driving aimlessly?
And she's, let's try out this
She's
Italian
texting
restaurant.
someone.
And then I'm like,
Oh, is it the place I go for my birthday?
I have no idea.
I like that.
The
That was,
Pescatore?
that was fun.
I'd never seen it, whatever. And then so we walk in, and then they seat us down. We sit down, and then she looks at the menu, and she's like, I don't want to eat this. And then she's like,
Oh, gosh.
let's get out of here.
Will you walk out?
I'm like, no, yeah. And then I'm like, fuck.
Does
I hate
that make
it.
you uncomfortable?
Yes.
Why? It
Yeah, that would
doesn't
make me-
matter.
that
They
make me
don't fucking care.
It makes me uncomfortable.
They don't care.
It
I
seems like
promise you they don't care. The old man, he's going to go, oh, they're walking out. I'm going to go smoke a fucking cigarette. Yes. Yes, they're walking out. Fuck that old lady. And fuck that fucking guy with a dumb Tom and Dan sweatshirt. Fuck them both and fuck their kids, too. I'm going to smoke. That's what they say.
I know.
You need
I
to get
know.
that in your skull.
I know.
They hate you.
I know. I feel so awkward. I'm like,
No,
I'm sorry.
they
I'm
are
sorry.
happy
I'm
you're
a-
leaving.
I'm gonna have an emergency.
Oh, they just got one.
Emergency. Just start making up lies.
I don't lie either.
I have to tell the hostess so I don't disappoint her.
Oh. You know,
So he doesn't disappoint.
that
You
is
need a
sweet.
shrink, bro. You answer.
Yeah, you both need to
Oh,
get
that's
some-
nice of you.
I got
I've done it
sure.
a
We're
couple
fucked
times.
up. We're never gonna fix it.
Why not? Please
Telling
do.
every staff member on your way out, like, I'm sorry, I have an
I'm
emergency.
so sorry.
I'm so sorry. I have an
I
emergency.
just got a water. I did tip. I did. Nobody cares.
Tell them I'm so
They
sorry.
don't care about you. They're glad you're gone.
Where'd you find that gift card, by the way? Interested.
Oh, it was in the side where you keep your receipts in your car. That
And you
side
guys
pocket.
shamed Max, you sons of bitches.
On his fucking birthday.
Team
Well, he
Max.
still didn't
You
know where
shoulda
he
held on to
dropped it. Yeah. It's like, anyway, yeah.
Like, Max, you owe me $50.
Then he wanted it, and we had to explain that we're like,
You
no,
shoulda never told
it's
him.
not yours. And like, that is mine. We're like, I lost it, and now you owe it to me. Give it back. And we're like,
Finders
no,
keepers.
We
You gotta
gave
tell him
you
finders
$50.
keepers.
This is ours now. And he's like, I know. Yeah, I'll give you $50 for my piggy bank. And then I'm taking my goddamn gift card
Like,
back.
that has my fucking name on it. Yeah.
It's like, calm down, bro.
I walked out of a Jason's Deli after ordering the food and having it in front, ready to pay for it. You know, you slide down the little thing, have all the food, and I'm like,
Fuck Jason's Deli.
because I was gonna go to the buffet, and I always get hard-boiled eggs there because that's what I can eat. And they're like, oh, we're out of hard-boiled eggs. I
Egg
go,
buffet.
You're fucking. I'm like, you're out of hard-boiled eggs. I'm like, that's the only reason I came here. I had my girlfriend had a muffalata, a fucking soup, all sorts of shit, in front. I just left it all. I grabbed her hand and I just walked out and I left all the fucking food right there. I didn't pay for it.
I did that in Publix.
I was so pissed.
Remember I did
Yeah,
that in
you
Publix.
got
That,
real
one,
mad.
that
So
little
pissed.
zit face. I almost said a really bad thing.
No eggs.
That little zit face over there. He made my sandwich and then he took one half of it and he took the hot bread and set it on the melted mozzarella and it stuck to the bottom. And he's, I don't know what to do. And I'm like, I'm not eating that. I'm not eating that. You fucking zit face. And then he was like,
You guys are
Oh, they screw stuff up, and that's you.
yeah, and then he's like, and I just calmly said, I can't eat that. I will come back later when you're not working. Bye bye, and I walked
Nice.
out
Good
like
for
a
you.
psychopath. I was like, I'm out of here.
Just eat it.
No,
So
no, it's not what I wanted.
You need a shrink too, buddy.
It's not what I wanted.
Tom can't disappoint anybody.
Okay.
That's why I
Do you have
can't
any
ever
more
say
stories?
no.
I do, but it's not what we're talking
Oh.
about.
You broke him.
You told me that you only wanted a few. I have one.
Yeah.
If you want me to talk
Well,
about
we
it.
got a big
The
dump
Milk
about. We
District is
can-
offering pop-up shops. I just thought it was really
Yeah,
cool.
that's right over by the Nook.
Yeah. For aspiring entrepreneurs. Let's see.
Oh, how's it work? Like you just go in there.
You just
and-
go in there. It's
Yeah.
like a couple $100 a day. It's like a pop-up business. You can go in there. And
We could do a merch
sell-
week. Like,
yeah,
we-
that's what I was thinking.
That's
Doing
a good
something
idea.
like
That
let's
is good.
I
split
thought
it and do
about it.
karate / Tom
No,
and
no,
Dan.
no. You gotta have
You
your
go
own
fuck
day.
yourself. They're the decision makers, not you.
Wow. Getting ballsy over there.
Sam.
He thought he had a freebie because he gave you a compliment.
Yeah.
when he
Yeah,
came in.
yeah. I don't care about your compliments, though. That's the problem.
I like your dress, but fuck you.
They bounce right off my boobies and go the
That's
opposite
right.
way.
That's right.
I was all in, but when Sam started influencing me, me, I was like, she's right. Bad idea to go into business with us. Either of us, we should not go in business together.
I make good money in my business. I run a successful
Next
business.
thing you know,
that's not ridiculous.
Yeah, next thing you know, I'm in a LeSabre with a fat guy, and I'm trying to ram a Lamborghini.
I want to say it was like a Buick or something.
Trust me, there's a lot of luck involved for both of us.
You're right.
Take a break.
Oh my God.
It's mostly luck.
All right, let's take our break. We'll take a quick one. Dump 'em out's on deck, right?
Yep.
Yes.
This is the Sherlocks. That's the name of the band. The name of the song is Falling. We'll be right back with more A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. 1-844-TOMNDAN. Bye-bye. That is my pick of the week, Curtis Harding with I Won't Let You Down, a brand new single. Welcome back to A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. I am Dan.
I'm Tom.
Samantha's here, Butler's here, and Seth on news. Well done. Your stories have been magnifique.
I'm glad my life is so hilarious to you guys.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, all we have is laughter, right? The world is ending. All we have is laughter.
The best medicine.
Yeah, it really is.
Let's do some dump 'em out.
We got too many topics on the list today. It's the end of the motherfucking show. So come on, baby, let's dump 'em out and play. I wanna see your topics. Ooh, I wanna also see your bottomics.
Dump 'em out, brought to you by.
He was stirring the chicken.
Motherfucker.
Right on the mic.
I'm glad they put that shit over the truck today. I'll say brought to you by Sanford. Check out all
The
our
whole city?
Yeah, the whole city.
Right.
The whole fucking
damn city.
Every part of me except for that one part.
Jesus.
Go to Hollabox.
No, what does that even mean? It means nothing. Nobody knows what that means.
You're the one that's racist.
Yeah, you're the one. Exactly.
I didn't say anything
Dan
about
didn't say
race.
anything.
I was talking about the Sanford Burger King, if everybody must ask.
Talking about the Sanford Jungle
I got a
location.
Whopper there one time with no diced lettuce.
So check out West End, Celery City, Tuffy's, Hollabox, Willow Tree Cafe.
Celery City is what I call your teeth.
Is it still?
It's still there.
It's still? The whole day?
Whoa. So
What are you
it's-
doing? Are you trying
Half
to
the
suck
day.
it? Are you trying to do that move? Or are you...
It's fine. Just leave it.
Let me see.
All right.
Look
It's
here.
been there for 2 hours.
Yeah,
now.
you got it. You got it. He got it.
What's that?
He got it.
Oh.
You
He
got
finally
it.
got it.
Yahoo!
Motherfucker's bullying you hard. This is where they...
He's looking for a weapon. Oh, get the
What were you
whip. Get the
looking
whip.
for?
Get the whip in the
What were you looking for? A small bat? You look
stun
like a-
gun. He's looking for a stun gun.
Oh, you wait.
I feel like some shenanigans
One
are
of
going to
these
happen
days.
at Johnny's
yeah.
next week.
That's
You know, I don't
Oh, I
even think I'm
forgot I
going to
agreed
that.
to do that.
I don't think I'm
mini
You're out?
fridge is going.
Yeah.
So
I'm gonna send.
go to Sanford.
I'm gonna send Mini Drunkie as Mini Fridge.
Dan's new song. So
Oh yeah.
Well, we played it.
Yep.
Yeah, we played at the beginning of the show. It's it's really I did it as you. It's your new song called Plain Clothes. You are a sexual deviant.
No, this is
where
co-
he's always had this thing for
No, I had said one joke one time at Wing House, I think.
no at
You
Ale
said it
House.
on air.
We used to
No.
back in the day we used to go to Wing House, Ale House.
All the houses.
No, it was just
House of
Wing House.
Pain.
No, it was really just Wing House, Ale House,
Parliament House.
and Hooters had already its time had already passed. But then I've always been a Hooterman.
Pre Twin Peaks.
Yeah, it was pre Twin
gotcha.
Peaks and Tilted Kilt, all that. But this motherfucker would go to Ale House, and there was this one particular waitress that happened to plain clothes, but happened to have a very big mouth, a very large
He likes
mouth.
the big mouth.
Okay.
He likes the big mouth.
Like Baraka.
Well, the
Mortal Kombat.
the plain clothes came from a joke when we were at Wing House, and then girls would walk in before their shifts, and they'd have sweatpants and their regular clothes.
Boots, yeah.
But you could see that they had their uniform underneath.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, hey, that's what I like. I like it when they just wear their regular clothes.
And he does.
See, I was making a joke.
No, you weren't.
Sometimes you make a creepy joke.
I knew you had a boner.
That was, but goddamn 15 years ago.
Well, you probably got better boners then.
What's strange restaurant eaters?
I saw a guy, went out to dinner with the family. I saw a guy at a steak chain, generic steak chain.
Rachel's.
Order a his steak, baked potato, another side, and a salad. He ate his steak. He took everything else to go.
You can't do salads to go in Houston's anymore.
He took everything else home.
It was.
And I was like, okay.
Interesting.
Yeah. And I said, is he frugal? Is he, because truthfully, if you think about it, he's eating a lot healthier than most of us do. Most of us go there, you eat the Caesar salad, you eat the loaded baked potato, you eat the steak, and then you have dessert and 25 beers, right?
What if?
Bad.
He's a Tom where his wife is vegetarian, so he's eating the meat, and then he brings her home the potato and the salad.
Okay, that's an option.
That's the only thing that makes sense, right? What the fuck would you bring home the side?
It seemed either healthy or cheap.
Because he only has meat at the house and he needs sides to go with his next meal.
It seemed healthy or cheap to
insane.
me. No, it seemed like
Well,
he
we think
was.
alike, all of us.
I was judging him. I was trying to size him up and look at him and be like, is this a poor person? Who are we dealing with here?
No, cheap is different than poor.
Yeah,
absolutely.
a million percent. In fact, the
Seth's,
poor person would eat
cheap
all
as hell.
of
Not
it.
fucking we discussed this and I'm not cheap.
Yeah, the poor
I'm about
person
to
would
spend
eat all of the
$8,000 on
food.
lights from the back of my house.
Oh, no, you spend it on
that's
yourself.
so you can brag, yeah.
Well, yeah, that's how I get impressed.
Yeah. Tell me when you spend
There's
$8,000 on
no
your
price,
girlfriend.
no price to not impress.
I just thought it was weird, right? It's
That
weird.
is weird.
Yeah. That has to be something.
He didn't touch the salad. Like, it was salad with croutons, untouched. Like, he deliberately took it. I shouldn't, you shouldn't be eating with your family and staring at a man while he's, But he took it, he put it aside, and I deliberately saw him portion it away. He was like, I'm putting this to the side while I eat my steak. Ate the steak. Baked potato came home. I want to say broccoli or a mixed veggie, and then the salad.
Dude,
it all went
I've
home.
had that happen at a la carte restaurants where I've worked before, but I mean, yeah.
It just seemed weird to me, but I didn't want to discount his logic because I'm trying to eat healthier, and I was looking at that, and I'm like, well, you really shouldn't.
No,
and
if you eat
weigh
healthier, then you eat half the steak, a quarter of the veggies, and another quarter of it. You don't eat just all the steak and then not the veggies.
All right, hold on. Seedy Sarah in the Twitch chat says everything else heats up okay. You got to eat the steak right away. That's
bullshit.
No, you
Not the
underpreheat
lattice,
that
no.
way.
Cut steak up in little bits and put it in your eggs. That's when how you have leftover steak and the eggs.
The salad goes bad if you don't eat it fresh. Like,
Yeah.
you can't, doesn't store well.
That's
Well,
what I would eat.
I think it's the opposite, actually.
If I were going on trying to get a meal, let's say the idea, in my brain I made up that this guy's trying to get 3 meals out of it. I would do what Tom said. I would eat the salad first. My second meal would be the steak, and then the final one would be the stuff I hate, the baked potato and the veggies.
You got to have protein and your veggies.
I'm not going on health. I'm going on trying to stretch my meal into 3 meals.
You can do the same thing. As long as it's portioned the same, you can do the same thing.
He's right.
I have a theory. So, from talking to people, and I talked to my buddy Fernando. I was in Davenport with all the Miami friends. So, Fernando, Turkey Leg,
I love
Grizz,
Fernando.
everybody
I
was
love
there.
those guys.
Pudge.
Shout out to all of them. You saw Pudge?
Everybody is wanting a Pudge interview. I don't know if you know what's been going on in the Twitch
Oh,
chat,
I've
but
been watching
anytime
him.
someone mentions the word Pudge or Pudgy, because you said Pudge
We'll
ball,
talk to him one time.
we now start making up movie titles and we replace a word with the word Pudge.
He's a real man elevator mechanic.
That's why we want to talk
And
to
he's
him.
like, I'm going back to 7/12s. I'm like, 7/12s? That's what he's working in shifts.
damn.
7 12-hour shifts
But
in a row.
He'll
Is
be
he
rich.
rich?
Yeah, he'll
Well,
make money.
he's working his way up to. Apparently, when you get high up in the union, that's the.
He's got a
fucking-
boat,
yeah,
right?
you
He
gotta
probably
get in that
spends it
union.
like dumb, right?
Yeah, he's got
No, he's a real man.
knows
Anyway.
Is Pudge married?
Yeah, he's married with a kid.
No, he's a
Oh,
smart guy.
little Pudge?
Yeah,
He's a
little
smart
Pudge.
He's a smart cat. He could probably do anything, but he chooses to do what he does.
So he used to work in the restaurant industry too, and then from talking to my buddy Fernando, who's been a restaurant industry for 25 years, and other people that work in the restaurant industry, there's always regulars at every restaurant, and
Yes.
I'm not even saying you go there once a weekend, but I'm saying people that show up every day at 5, get the same thing for dinner, and then go home, and it's and they're always a little weird. Like because who does that? Who goes and eats at a restaurant every single day of their life for years and years?
My
and years?
dad.
You guys go to Publix every single day.
Me.
But not every day of their life. You know, like those.
Yeah, my dad went every Friday. It's a little different.
And those guys or girls tend to be a little off, and they have weirdo habits. Like every day he orders this, but he takes this home. And
They thrive on routine.
Oh my God, that's the shot doctor.
Yeah.
I think it's weird. It's just he's OCD or whatever the hell it is. That's probably that.
Unique is a nice way of saying weird.
He takes that salad home. He eats the salad at home. Then he saves the baked potato for
tomorrow.
You know, and he does that every goddamn day of his life.
Thursday's baked potato day.
Yeah. I just thought it was
It's a
weird.
weirdo.
I'm trying to write down more of these things that I observe because I do see things that are weird, and I was like, I wonder what that guy's doing.
What's that landscape mode on phones?
Oh, okay. If anybody ever wants to question the power of youth or the power of popular trends, remember, I want to say 5 years ago, where if you were taking video and you weren't in landscape mode, then we would roast your ass.
Yeah.
But because everything's TikTok now, youth has decided, fuck you, old people, and fuck you, landscape. We're doing it the way we want to fucking do it. So never deny the power of youth and the power of true trends and the power of real things
the youth
happening.
create the trends.
They absolutely do. So don't even try to fight dumb old man. You are a dumb old man. It's happening. Landscape mode is not the thing. No, it's not. It's whatever.
My husband still is in landscape.
Me
Well,
too.
I am too, but I'm just saying.
He yells at me because we've been trying to do little video things for semantics, and he yells at me if I don't have it.
I remember people yelling at me
It's
like,
a waste.
go landscape, go
Well,
landscape.
Besides TikTok, you have to do landscape for YouTube.
You don't
and
have to.
Well, if you want to put it on a
If
TV,
it looks
looks
nice.
it looks better
You
on
sound
TV.
like dumb old man.
Yeah.
You fell
Sorry,
into my
guys.
trap. That was my trap. I set the
Yeah.
trap, and Butler walked right into it.
But hold on, I know this is dumb old man, but the logic behind it is when you film on what is that called? The regular mode? I don't even
Vertical.
vertical mode.
Portrait.
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 Correct. Nice job.
There's black space on either side, so it smushes the video.
Here's the thing. I think the teens hold their phone and they go, I don't have to turn it, bro. And that's it.
Oh, it's just lazy.
No.
Yes,
No,
I
what
think
it
it's
is, what it is
because
knew
you're
it.
consuming it in this mode. You're not consuming it
Correct.
in landscape. You're consuming it as a phone, right?
Correct.
So
Most of
film
the
it as
time,
a
yes.
phone.
Yeah.
If you're going to film it in landscape, make it a movie, make it a TV. But if
Yeah.
you're going to make it for the phone, make it for the
Okay,
fucking
all right.
phone.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Okay,
I
yeah.
figured it out.
That
I got real
that makes
mad at
sense.
this. I got real mad at this.
Instagram did this years ago though with the Instagram Square. Like
Yeah,
it was
they
like
did.
it was like a photo setting.
But I don't even know what that is. I almost
kinda
wish
hate
I kind of hate the square too. I wish Instagram would just give me the whole fucking phone.
Yeah.
If it's a phone, make it a phone. If it's a movie, make it a movie. If it's a TV, make it like a mini movie.
Yeah.
So Butler walked out of
Oh, this is the funniest thing.
the
I've ever
office. Now,
We went to get the ingredients for our drink today.
Now, before I pulled up this morning, I noticed the painters. Like this place is immaculately taken care of.
And there's
they
one-
pressure wash and paint every other week.
And can we not address the little old man that they keep on staff who
I didn't notice.
he does nothing, and he's been here since I've moved into
He
Baldwin.
might be the supervisor
which is
then.
like 10.
Yeah.
No.
He's not the
No?
supervisor.
Okay.
It's been 10 years I've seen this old man. He couldn't even lift. He doesn't have the strength to lift a paintbrush.
All he does is hold the painter's
Oh.
thumb.
All he does is and they still employ him, and God bless him for
Are they
doing
a
it
union?
because he's the sweetest little old
Probably.
man. He's so sweet.
Didn't Butler give him some beer one time?
Yeah. Yeah.
Was it
Yeah.
those people?
Yeah,
Oh,
two
I
12
thought it
packs,
was-
yeah.
All right.
Yep,
And
he
then they
gave
started
him-
immediately drinking
He
it.
gave
Yep.
him two 12-packs of Cigar City beer that was 5 years old.
Yeah.
And
he
it was
did.
room
You know what? You're a
temperature.
good man. You're a
Room
good man.
temp.
Room
Yeah.
temp beer.
Yeah, yeah.
So I see that the painters are out, and when the painters are out, like obviously they put the blue tape all over the townhouse they're going to paint, and they wrap everything.
They're painting mine soon, I guess. I don't know.
And so there's, I guess curbside parking in front of the townhouse, and I noticed I'm like, oh, they're painting this house. I'm not gonna park in front because they need that area for overspray and things.
You know
and
what?
then-
I'm glad you're in charge of our business department.
And then so I parked down, but Butler did not. Butler parked right in front of the
Right in
house,
front.
and they're
Roll
painting.
into it, trying to. I
Crime.
mean, in front of their ladder.
And
Yeah.
there's never parking
He
here.
high-fived the guy on the ladder.
So and
He's like, what you guys doing? Cool.
No, he did.
I complimented the color and everything. I was
Oh,
like,
looks
yeah,
great.
and
Good job, guys.
And
Great
then
job.
so what they had to do is they had to cover his entire locksmith truck with a gigantic car hairnet, to cover overspray or whatever. And then so when Butler left, like I think to go get lunch or whatever ingredients to mix this drink, and he was like, "Oh shit, they put the thing on my car." And I'm like, "Of course you did. You parked right in front of the house."
They completely tarped his car.
So when he
That's
walks
fucking
out though, he does a move that he's
Hi guys.
no, he did. Hey bud.
Hey bud.
He did a hey bud, and he goes, "Can I take that off?" And then,
Oh, wow.
And the guy's got
Aggressive.
a compressor, like, "Can I take that off?" You know, like yell, and the guy, "Oh, you see, senor?" You know, I don't know what he's
I mean,
saying.
I would have just ripped it off.
And then you took it off and you just placed it on the sidewalk.
Then he drove past me and then honked his horn and scared me as I was walking down.
Chopper.
That's a true story.
Oh, speaking
true
of-
fucking story.
We realized today
Scared the shit out of me. You're not supposed to do that.
we
I'm your
discovered
boss.
that if you say this phrase, you're a chopper, and the phrase is, "Why are you in the bathroom so long?" Because
Yeah.
only fucking choppers say that. Sorry.
Yeah, just mind your business.
Too much alcohol.
You got a real red.
This is turning into the Super Bowl cast.
You know what?
I started hammering these drinks.
They're so good.
They're so good.
You know what? Thank you, BDM Drew, for sending us this
well done,
cocktail
Drew.
recipe.
This is a great
Kalamazoo.
cocktail. Yeah, this is a good.
We
this is
still
good.
have your ping pong.
Butler, why would you ask someone, "Why were you in the bathroom so long?" Because I know you have, and
Wait, who did you ask?
no, I'm just saying that. I'm
asked
sure
you
he
before.
asked.
He's asked you before.
No, he asked me where I was going when I was obviously trying to go to the bathroom, and I'm not trying
Now
to tell
I've noticed you do it very quietly. Like even here, you don't want your chair to move, so you'll get up and you'll be like, and then I'll just hear the door go. No, it's just a little, and then I'll hear the fan go. And then I'm like,
first.
oh, man.
Then
And then I hear the seat go.
Yeah, 'cause you guys are full blown leaving the seat up all the time.
Here it goes.
So
Here it
let's
goes.
analyze this. Are you genuinely curious? Are you trying to shame somebody? Like,
No, it's neither, which is worse than because either one of those would be an excuse.
Correct.
This is just him saying it
Yeah, it's
and
like
not
small
realizing
talk,
how
right?
awkward it is.
It's like-
weird.
It's
It
like
is
fun
weird.
for him.
Yeah. It's like he's not doing it to bully. He's not doing it
It's
because he
involuntary, I
cares. He
feel
doesn't
like.
care because
No,
immediately
no.
if you start telling him like, "Oh, I had this,"
no.
just walk away or whatever.
No,
well, he starts telling you how to change your diet.
No, he'll just
and-
tell you
I have no
something
idea.
because I'll be like, "Hey, you know, I was watching last night." He'll be like, "I was painting a helmet like right into me." I'm like, "My God, man, what are you doing?"
So
Filling dead air, man.
the
There was no dead air. You're in mid-sentence. What is Publix Butcher?
Oh, okay. So I went with my Miami friends this past weekend. Met them over at
Pudge?
Pudge was there.
What are you gonna
Fernando.
sous vide some? You gonna do precision? What is
No,
it?
no.
Precision cook some steaks.
We just, we all.
Did you force Juan to cook your food again?
Oh my God! You know he hasn't
All
been
my
in the
friends are
chat
Juan.
room in
I know.
weeks.
I know.
Fernando's the one of my
Tuna
friends.
Daddy has retired.
He's the one that grilled the steaks and everything. He's been in the restaurant industry for 25 years.
When
know,
you
it's like-
cook, you cook.
He knows what he's doing. But so we get in his car, we go to Publix. Now the Publix near Davenport is interesting because it caters
It's
to
whites only.
Oh no!
Oh, man.
No,
I'm kidding.
It caters to only tourists. So they have.
Oh, you're gonna get good stuff.
So they have weird
HP
things.
sauce.
Like a lot of Brazilian
we're
cut
talking,
meats
mate.
and things,
Oh,
because so many Brazilian
hey,
tourists go there. Like,
Well, when did the
all their spices are gone.
When
Like,
did-
seriously, it's like the fucking toilet paper, Corona. It's the whole spice.
Spice shortage?
Really?
There was no spices, and I'm like,
Are you serious?
Yeah, because I think all the tourists they like spicy foods and
Well, no,
spices.
no, they come there.
It's
They're
gone.
They're gonna stay for the week, so they're like, no,
I
we're gonna
like
cook.
spices.
That's what it is. And so anyway, we're there, and then Fernando, he's like, he knows what he's doing. I don't know shit, but he goes over and he's looking at all the meats, and they have a ridiculous meat section because it's like a tourist area, so
Yeah.
they cater to like Brazilians.
Well, a lot
and
of
stuff.
your Brazilian cuts of meats, I am pro.
Yeah.
I don't know why they got the lock on that, but I feel like everybody should enjoy their lovely cuts of some of the. There are some cuts that people go like, "Oh, that's trash meat," and it's not.
No,
it's
no.
awesome. It's just like maybe it's not as popular. As
Well,
the-
we don't know anything
like
about it.
everybody
We
like,
want
I want a fillet. I want a fillet. It's like, well, there's a lot of other stuff that's really healthy and yummy. And
I think the Brazilians would punt a fillet in the trash because there's
There's
not
no
enough fat.
There's no flavor on that.
And so
just go to organic, man, and get that.
Dude, definitely do that.
Yeah.
Oh my
so
God. So good.
So then he's looking around,
Or
he
hot
looks at,
dogs.
and then he picks up. He's like, "Oh, this is it."
Tomahawks.
He picks up this big meat dick. It's like a giant, like I don't even know what it was, but it's like it was skirt steak, but it was in like a big,
Like a full tenderloin? Kinda
Yeah, it was like but I think it was skirt steak, something. But
It was a meat dick.
It was wrapped up like a big whale dick,
yeah.
right?
A whale dick.
And
now it's a
Did
real
it
dick.
say
That's called a
whale
dork.
dick?
And it was like $112 for this big whale dick.
Get it.
for
Get the
skirt
whale
steak.
dick.
And then he's like,
Always go whale
so
dick.
he walks over to like a Publix employee and he's like,
Excuse me, do you have a price on this whale dick?
No,
I hope
Fernando.
he walked over like this with it.
And no, I tell him the whole time, like he knows how to talk to people. Very sternly but fairly, and then he gets what he wants, and he tells everybody, it's like
I'm gonna put this whale dick in my pocket, and
No,
you're not
no.
gonna do shit about it.
No, but he just asked, like
You're gonna cut the foreskin off this whale dick for me.
No, he just
I think they're
asked for
uncircumcised.
things, and I would never do it because I'm so awkward. But
Yeah.
he
He
just
literally just asked for this.
Yeah,
And
It's a
Tom does
$25
not.
I'm amazed by it. I'm like, oh my
So
god,
what did
you
he
told
say?
him what you want.
What did he say?
He's like, he gets the employee. He's like, hey, can you get the butcher for me? And I'm like, hey, they don't do that here. What the fuck are you doing?
No, they absolutely do
Yes,
this.
they
I
do.
do it with Andrea
Yeah.
all
It's
the
their
fucking
job.
time.
So then he
Oh
goes
my
back.
God, this is when Tom realizes he can do things.
No, he doesn't though because
I
he
hate
still
these.
won't.
He
Because he
goes.
still won't.
The employee goes back, gets the butcher. And from the back, he was doing something.
There's
but
a fucking sign that says if you need assistance, ask for the butcher.
the butcher
The
comes
butcher
up.
likes it.
Yes.
He's a butcher.
Fernando's like, hey, can you
I
clean-
know a Publix butcher.
Can
They
you-
enjoy this.
Did he walk
do.
up with a big cigar in his mouth and blood all over
No,
his-
but he was like, he had the white thing and the whole, and he walks in, he's like, hey, how you doing?
apron?
And he's like, can you clean this up for me? He's like, yeah, sure, no problem.
Andrea's boss's husband is a Publix butcher.
And he goes back and and then he's like, hey, they love it.
They do.
Because he's like, no one ever asked them. So when you
Exactly.
ask them to do something like that, they
They're
love
getting
doing
to
it.
show their skills.
And he was
Yes.
cutting it up, and he looked happy. And I was like, "Fuck, they do love it." And then
Oh
Punch
my God.
comes walking. He has beer and shit. And I'm like, Punch, you fucking asked for the butcher. He's like, oh yeah, I do it all the time. They love it. And then he knows too. And I'm like, they love it. I fucking didn't even know that existed. You could ask him. He's like, yeah.
Really?
See,
He's
you
like,
always talk about how you don't want to be like stuck in a bubble. You're in such a bubble. You don't even know like
he's like, they're
basic
ground
ass
up,
shit.
whatever
Oh my
you
God,
want. They're
I'm
cut.
fucking crying.
And then he did the whole, and we sat there watching. He's happy,
they know
shit.
because they know how to
Cleaned
do
up,
it.
remeasured it, and then gave it back to his clean, and it was like $30 cheaper because he cut out the fucking fat and
If I
shit.
did this as a news story saying Publix has a butcher, you guys would rag the shit out of me. The fact
We
that he
would.
doesn't know that.
We
No,
would, yeah.
The fact that you don't know that, you're an idiot.
I can't.
No, he knows they have a butcher. He just doesn't know that you can like actually ask
No,
them
yeah,
to do
but everyone
custom
knows
stuff.
that. You grew up in Florida, you know that.
I just thought, like, I
Yeah,
know,
He
like,
doesn't ask for anything.
like, here's the thing. Organic meats.
I had no idea until today.
Our sponsor.
What?
Are you
It's-
serious?
I'm not from Florida, though. I didn't know.
It doesn't. That was just an expression. If you live here and you
I
Publix,
just
I had
thought
no
it was
idea.
like any other corporation. Like you go to Home Depot
No,
and you're
there's a
like,
real
hey, is there a
butcher
professional
Shopping is a
plumber?
pleasure.
you can ask them to cut wood for you too at Home
Yeah,
Depot.
but I don't know what the
You
fuck
know
they're
that.
doing with some.
No, the
Well,
wood
yeah.
guys do. The wood guys do.
Yeah, but like honestly, like
Yeah, they don't work here anymore.
I'll take some heat off of you. It blew Andrea's mind too when I go, hey, can you go to the butcher and just get us some we need some. We're doing cheesesteaks.
Yes, absolutely.
And we're gonna need
Every
this shit
time.
thin. We need a thin slice. Can you get that? And she's like, I don't think they do that. I'm like, they
Yes, they
absolutely
do.
do that. And in
That's
fact,
right.
not only do they do it, but he's gonna be happy because he doesn't have to grind a hamburger and do his other dumb shit. He gets to do a quality job for a human.
They liked it.
They do like it because they get to showcase their fucking training.
And it's
Yeah.
something out of the norm. Like you said, they're so
Yes.
doing the same thing, cutting the same thing, grinding the same thing.
Yes.
But when they do something special, it's
Yeah.
like,
It's like me. Like when you
I
ask
just-
me around here, like when you
This
ask
is
me, like,
insane to me.
hey, can you pull that video for Pod TV?
Why
And
even
I'm
have
like,
a butcher
I'm
if
like,
you're not
oh,
going to cut the meat the way you want?
I'm like a video air check. You mean I have to do my normal shitty work? Absolutely.
I'm
happy
so
to.
used to corporations. Like, if you ask any employee at big box store, let's say home improvement places,
But you know
to
that
cut the
Publix
fucking
is-
chain for you, they're pissed.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
Publix is for shopping is a pleasure.
I don't
They have
think
to walk over there like, what chain do you fucking like? Then I gotta fill out the receipt. Like, fuck this guy. Fuck this chain.
I don't think
That's how I thought everybody was. They
That's
worked
why
there.
they just
for-
steal it
No,
from
have
you.
you ever seen the post that Morganic puts out about like, hey, what we have?
It's nuts.
I read them like this. It's like, hey, this is what we have, but like, it's always like happiness. They like that. It's
just
their
know.
trade.
I know,
It's
I know.
an old world skill. You know, butchering is It's the one thing that if I could go back and learn to do it, and Andrea's boss, her husband is a butcher, and I believe during the pandemic, he went back to learn the trade and learned it and started doing it, and then he went back to his other job. But like, it's a cool thing to know how to do, man.
Oh yeah.
So
breaking down an animal.
Next on the list,
are they roasting him? What are they doing?
I'm baffled.
That just never. No one's ever like. I didn't grow up where my mom was like, "Excuse me, cut this up." Like,
no, but like, haven't you ever been like shopping in the meat section and the butcher's coming out, putting out the new packs of meat, asking
like,
you?
The employees putting the shit out.
But they always ask you like, "Hey, do you need anything?"
You're not getting meat a lot, dude.
That's
like,
true.
I'm giving you a pass. You don't get a lot of meat.
Yeah, you need to eat more meat.
I thought that maybe other people were surprised.
So you would never walk up and ding, 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 ding.
No. Because here's the thing. I figured they hate it, and you're like, oh my god, this guy's fucking bothering me again. Like, so I just assumed.
No, because otherwise they're going to be doing the same fucking shit. Of
I asked the guy at Whole Foods all the
1
time.
pound of ground beef.
Oh yeah, those guys are
Whole Foods. I ask him every time I get fish jar. I'm like, can you debone it for me? Can you take the eyes? I tell him to all
They
sorts
can do
of shit
everything
for it. He's like, yep.
Yeah.
I'm like, and put it on ice. I get a little demanding sometimes, but it's Whole Foods. You're allowed to get a little more demanding.
I agree. I absolutely agree with it. You're paying a premium. And like somebody in the chat room said, it's called. Wait for it. Service.
So
then I flick him off as I leave.
Well, that I do.
So what's your next meat purchase going to be? Where you ask the butcher to cook you something or cut you something?
No, I'm just going to organic for now because they got the best.
That's true.
And he knows them, and there's no awkwardness. And you know what? I could just eat. You know what I want to eat, and it's not good for me, but I just want to eat their hot dogs.
Yeah, it was good. They're the best. So I had a moment of. I'm getting old over the weekend because
now
we went. We went to hang out. All my Miami friends were at this McMansion in Davenport, and then we decided to grill. This is the same grilling day, right?
I love it. Yeah, I love grilling.
So Fernando gets all this meat and whatever.
I like that you always make the person of color grill.
He likes it.
It's just like the butcher.
Just like Juan.
Put him to work.
And then
Juan will never be back.
He picks up the there's a tiny shitty rental grill, but he picks up the Blue Rhino and he's like, fuck, it's empty.
No.
And the spare one is full, but we can't get the top open, right? I hook it up and then I'm like,
God.
and so
rusted solid.
And you're pretty strong.
Then the Grizz is like, I'm gonna do it. Yeah, I've fucking been in the
I'm in
military.
the military. I'm a
You
Marine.
pussy. And then he's like, yeah. Then we're trying to do it. We all can't do it, right? It's like the sword and the stone. So then
that can be only. It's exactly like the sword and the stone.
So then
there were only 7 rednecks. There could be
yeah.
only one. Who could open the top of the Blue Rhino?
Max just walks up and does it real quick.
Yeah. So then the Grizz,
the
Grizz's brother, who is more extreme than the Grizz, he's there too.
He's Grizz Plus.
I didn't realize his little brother was there.
Yeah, and he's like a real man. He's like a contractor.
I watched them
Baby
fight.
Grizz.
I watched him
the
body
Zodiac.
slam the Grizz through a PVC table.
Yeah, that was the last time.
Yeah,
we
it
were
was
there,
last time. Oh, it was
we told
crazy.
the story.
Oh,
Everyone was waiting
yeah.
for it. Didn't happen this time.
I ran upstairs and shielded my daughter.
Kids ruined everybody's life because he's got.
I've been trying to tell
He's got one daughter and then
he's all soft now.
Another kid. Yeah. No body slamming it. But he did
Lame.
say he's like, "Fuck that! I'll hammer it open." So then he goes to the.
That's
Yeah.
That is very redneck.
I wouldn't do that.
So we're like, where's there are no tools here? So he goes into the kitchen and they have all the rental shit, and then he finds a meat tenderizer. And so
It's essentially
That's a
a
hammer.
Yeah, it's
and
a
he's
hammer.
like, I'll use this. And then so he goes outside, and then he sits on top of the Blue Rhino because he's like if I accidentally knock the top off, I don't want this thing to fire off into whatever. He's like,
I'll just ride it to hell.
Like a missile.
So we're all standing around, and then he is fucking hammering.
Where are the wives? Where are the wives for this?
King-
Because this is
No,
insane.
they're inside playing Uno.
Well, some of them are yelling at us. Some of them
yeah.
are gathering the kids into the front,
Right.
waiting for an explosion.
How many times has Crystal gone, oh my God?
Crystal?
She's done that a lot.
Or she goes,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. At this, so we're all standing
Fast
around.
dogs.
He's hammering the thing, and then I had a moment of clarity and go, stop. Just go to Publix and get a replacement. And then we stop. And he's like, yeah, I think it was a better idea. And then our buddy Alex got in the truck, drove, got everybody in the truck back. Everything.
You know what?
And then I'm like, we're getting fucking home.
Yeah.
But then I got sad. I got sad.
Yeah, I got sad. I got sad too.
Yeah,
I got sad. You guys failed. You guys really failed.
Yeah. But we kept our feet.
That's right. That's right. That's
you're
right.
here,
Yeah, our feet, and we're here to love our children.
That's right.
It'd have a better story if somebody got exploded.
I know. Believe me.
Our feet and we get
Believe me, everybody listening to this, it'd be way better. I'm going to tell the story on Monday's BDM show. I'm like,
Bundy's BDM.
Welcome to Bundy's BDM show.
We're wasted on this Cooper's part.
Yeah, you're mixing these drinks too heavy.
The Chris burned his eyes out. He can't ever see his kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're telling some horrible story. And it's like, hey, just go
He
replace
was
it.
in the military for years. Nothing happened, but it was the propane tank at the party that really blew his eyes out.
Almost ordered a rocket like Jeff Bezos. Yeah.
My God, man.
What's next? Yeah. Quigley Down Under.
Hot
sauce?
Hot sauce? What's about hot sauce?
I don't know. You told me to write down hot sauce, but we can skip to Quigley.
I never told you to write down hot sauce. Don't ever
Just
tell
hot
me
sauce.
that.
He had to go pick some up at hot sauce.
No, I probably did tell her that. I'm blanking on it now. Quigley Down Under. What is your opinion of the movie?
Never saw it.
I've never
seen it.
Can I give you homework?
Give
It's
us
good.
a plot. Like, what is it about?
What is it?
It's a.
Is that Crocodile Dundee?
an old west.
Yeah. Rescuers Down Under?
An old Westman, which is Tom Selleck. I believe that he is now. This is from memory. I believe that he is rifle only. So he's like an old Westman. He's a rifleman, right?
Yeah.
He's not a side. He's not a six
Six-shooter
shooter guy. He's
yeah.
more of a long gunman.
Long gun. Okay.
And so he goes to work for a gentleman in Australia, and it's almost like an Indiana Jones type of deal.
Yeah, it looks cool.
I like that it sounds like you're just talking to Butler because he's repeating every last word you say, and then he goes,
I don't know what the fuck back to the mic.
I'm like trying not to laugh,
like
but it was killing me.
My
It was
fucking
killing
grandfather
me.
over here.
Man, I wish I had an airbag under your seat. Because, man, I want to put one in there and launch you through the goddamn drumstick. That would be so good. And then you fall right on the. Oh,
you'd
God.
fall on the computer, but it'd be worth it.
Yeah.
But yeah,
It's only got 59% on Rotten Tomatoes.
I love that movie, and me and
Is it
Andrea,
nostalgia?
it is,
Yeah, I
but you
feel
know,
like it is.
we
It's from the
watched the
19th.
ending of it, and it's got old what's his name
So
in it.
nobody else in this room has seen it besides Dan?
No, it's
Got Tom Selleck, Alan Rickman.
Alan Rickman.
That's kind of cool.
And
Alan
he's
Rickman's
so fucking
He's dead.
But he's so good,
Wait, what?
man.
Oh,
Like
he's
he's
dead?
just such a great actor.
he's not, is he?
And when you see, I think he is dead.
What?
When you see him play the bad
Oh,
guy,
Rickman.
it's really good, man. I just I love the movie, and somebody said it.
you're right.
Somebody said it correctly in the thread that's on the BDM group. They were like, I was mad there was never a sequel. I felt the same way. Like it gave me like the Indiana Jones vibes, and we never got another one. And I like Tom Selleck. I want to root for him.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
and-
Listen, your Quigley Down Under is my Romancing the Stone.
I love
Because
it,
when
dude.
that goes
I
on-
love
mom used to
Romancing
watch
the
that all
Stone.
the time.
I
All
love
the time.
Romancing the
It's
Stone.
horrible, but I'm like, look at
Could we watch that? Is it
What is
possible?
that?
We have to
Oh,
talk
it's
to
bad.
Juan.
It's so good.
If
It's
Juan-
two of them,
It's
too.
not good.
I
If
don't know
Juan
that
still
one.
likes us, we need.
He does not.
Could we do a Romancing the Stone and we watch it and then Twitch it?
What about
Like-
Jewel?
Because it's a good ass
Mystery
movie,
Science
dude.
Theater.
How do you guys
but-
feel about Jewel of
you
the Nile?
couldn't
Love
watch.
Jewel
I don't know
Nile.
what that is either.
It's a sequel.
You guys,
Yeah,
I'm-
Jewel of the
I
Nile,
think
Romance in the Stone.
I think I'm too young for all this shit. I
Yeah,
don't know
you'll
what
like
the
them.
hell
They're
you guys
funny.
are talking about.
No, they're like rainforest adventure movies.
Okay.
There was like a time when like the Indiana
I know
Jones
Anaconda.
The 80s.
Yeah, in the 80s, like
Yeah,
Con-
Anaconda.
that's
J-Lo.
way low. Yeah, that's way late.
yeah, we are
Well,
drunk.
I'm
We're
young.
screaming over each other.
Oh.
So the fantasy football trophy. So I went.
Oh no.
Cabin Boy said we got to order a trophy this year.
His name is Matt.
We've been procrastinating for years, and I'm like, I'm gonna get one. Remember he told us let's go to a trophy store, and I screamed, "What is
Yeah.
this, 1950?"
Yeah.
And so I go online, and there's this website, and then of course
Trophies.com.
Yeah, it's called TrophySmack.com. and
Trophy
it's a,
Smack.
Oh
yeah,
no.
and it's a fantasy football trophy website. There's a lot of them now because it's a big business.
Yeah.
And so I ordered it, and it's not that bad a price. And I'm like, all right. And then I put down everybody's name.
Thank you for doing
for
it.
all the past years, 14 names. And then anyway, ordered it, and then I got it in the mail. And then I was like, oh shit, my trophy's here. And this is the nerdiest shit I do, by the way, because I even recognized it. Like I was excited that my trophy was there, and I go and I open it up, and I open the trophy.
Here it is.
I put it on the piano, and then I'm
Oh,
like,
the laundry piano.
yeah, the laundry
Yeah, yeah.
piano. I moved the laundry.
Folding table.
And then I did. I'm like, this is nerdy shit. And then I can't find the little placards of everybody's name. And then I'm like cursing. I'm getting mad. And then Crystal hears me. She's like, what are you mad about? I'm like huffing and puffing. I'm like, fucking placards. They didn't, I put them all down and they didn't put them in there. And I was like, fuck this company. It's a goddamn hunk of shit. Just like I started screaming.
Fuck you, Trophy Smack.
I'm like, this is just some website scam that got me again, you know? And then I emailed them. I'm like, hey, I didn't get my things or whatever. And then they emailed me right back, and I got to give them credit. And they're like, we mailed this to you. It was delivered 2 days ago.
Here's a picture and an interview and a lie detector test with our...
And then they're like, everything's mailed separate. Like all the placards are mailed separate, whatever.
Okay.
And then
why would you mail them separate? Why would you do that, Trophy Smack?
Crystal's like, oh, is it the blue envelope that came?
This is Trophy Smack. This is placards.
It says, Tom, please open.
And then I had to write them back an apology. I'm like, sorry, you guys.
You did not have to do that.
And then I'm like,
see, again, you don't have to do that.
It is because I was being like stern, and I was mad that I didn't get my shit, and it was my fault. And I'll be 100%.
Sure, but you could also just not write them back, and it's not going to make a fucking difference at all. Just leave them a good review or something.
I looked at the trophy. I was like, this is good quality. This is not a hunk of shit. All and then for the price, and then they did what they said they do. And I'm like, you know what? And they said,
I like that.
I wrote them, and they're like, leave a review. I'm like, oh, I will. I've never.
But you won't.
See, that would have been better. It would have been better if you would have left them a review as opposed to writing some apology.
Let's analyze
only
this.
leave bad reviews.
I don't care.
Hold on. Let's analyze this for a second.
Fine.
So he bought a trophy, thought he didn't get the placards, got the placards, and then felt the need after he sent an email to the company.
Stern email.
Yeah,
which probably wasn't
to
stern,
apologize
by the
to
way.
them, right?
No,
so you felt the need. You were guilted into apologizing because you're like, man, I was a little hard on him, right?
Yeah.
So then you wrote them.
Man, your
a
boys are
thing,
gonna be so soft.
And then
they already are.
And then they say to you, well, the best way you can help us is to leave a review, and your intentions are. And then
I said I'd plug them on the show,
and you decided,
like, don't do that.
Well,
just
we
write
did.
the review.
We did. Yeah, the review is
that's
the review
too much.
does more than your dumb show that no one listens to.
Because nobody that listens to the show needs a trophy, probably.
Yeah,
Well,
no.
they did a good job. Anyway.
All
right.
Man,
so,
you need a shrink.
Yeah.
I've been telling
it's
you
too far
guys
gone.
all the
It's
time.
already there's nothing.
It's not though.
They can't
it's
fix
not
it.
too far
They
gone.
can't.
Nah,
They
it
can.
is.
They can.
You know what?
fix it.
I think he's right. I'm going to stop my shrink.
No, please
Please
don't do that.
I've been saying it for years.
Oh, I'm
They can't
stopping
fix
mine.
it. It's too broken.
I'm stopping mine and I'm going off pills.
You guys
I'm going off pills.
all need
It's like-
therapy all the
Ride
time.
the lightning.
What do I take? An SSI or SSR
SSRI?
something? Yeah, something.
Selective
I'm
serotonin
going off
reuptake
that
inhibitor.
shit. I'm
Stick some
I'm
acid,
getting
you'll be
off
fine.
of it just like bam.
So I get
Better than
no.
ever.
I get
Better than ever.
I get a text from my wife. She's like, "Get home. Wait till you see this." And then I'm like, "Fuck."
Hey.
She doesn't give me
She's
a-
in the bed.
No,
Yeah,
it's never-
yeah.
No,
Titties.
it's always an emergency. So I get home and then I see my wife, her sister and mom standing in my front yard with their shirts over their noses, right?
Oh, no.
And then I'm like, what the
You
hell?
farted, you idiot.
And so I get out and she's
Who's
like,
shit in the yard?
she's like, go over there in the front yard. Look next to the window.
I saw that.
And then I'm like, what are you talking
There's a
about?
dead body.
And then
It looked like a human skull.
So I walk over there, and there are flies, like 10,000, no joke, black doo-doo flies.
yeah, the blue ones, the ones that
Yeah,
they
the
catch the
blue.
light.
Oh, yeah.
If
Or,
they
yeah,
catch
like
the
reflective.
light.
Shimmer blue, yeah.
Yeah, oh, they're beautiful.
And there were so many that when I got close, it was like a beehive. Like I scared a beehive. Like
Yeah.
they started all running from this, whatever they're swarming.
Yeah.
And at first I
Like
thought
100,000 gold blooms.
I thought it was a bufo toad that died because I scared a bufo toad the other day when I was digging in my yard.
Whoa, you're digging? He's like, oh, shit.
And then
Fuck, man.
scared him over.
Fuck.
But
Where'd you come from, motherfucker?
it wasn't that. It was some
Goddamn
shit.
digging white-ass mother.
It's some shit that was intertwined into my crabgrass and had flies over it. And I was like, God damn. So then
Intertwined.
Well, did it smell dead?
it stunk like death and poo poo. It was bad.
Yes.
Oh, God. Definitely.
Somebody
Definitely
died and shit their
poo-poo.
pants.
That's your
It's
autobiography.
like owl shit or vulture shit or
And then-
something.
Tom Vine, Death and Poo-Poo.
We took a video from inside, by the way, because it was so gross. And then I put it on the BDM page. I was like, what is this? And then Samantha, everybody was, of course, because they're no fucking help. They all just clown me. They're like, burn down your house. They're like, oh, the orb's back. Listen, if you can't help me, don't even make a comment.
What the hell did you expect?
It looked like a human skull or like the thigh bone of a cow.
The Daniel perpetuates it like it's Castleberry skull. Everybody, every house got one.
I said human skull, classic Castleberry.
Yeah, okay. Then 10,000 likes, then it makes everybody else. But Samantha actually helped me. She's like, that is called a stinkhorn mushroom. And then I'm like, a fucking stinkhorn mushroom.
And then everybody put like laughy reacts, and I'm like, I'm being serious.
Yeah. She thought you were
because it sounds like
me.
a penis reference, a dead penis reference.
Stinkhorn.
And then
so he chopped up a penis.
Honestly,
it's a stinkhorn.
I didn't even believe that you were right because I thought you were bullying me, and then I was like, well, she didn't know about the types of mushrooms.
She's a fucking girl.
Mushrooms,
man. This bitch don't know nothing about plants.
I got a mushroom on me. I know mushrooms. I'm fucking top man. I like mushrooms.
Stinkhorn fungus or stinkhorn mushroom? Oh, stinkhorn mushroom.
Both. They're both because the mushroom is a fungus.
And I fucking
looks like a giant
I looked it up, and I think it's a goddamn stinkhorn.
Why do you have
it? It literally looks like a penis.
Yeah, mine didn't look like the penis.
They have different shapes.
A big peach penis.
Oh my god. That's glorious.
That's so phallic.
I looked it
Wow,
up,
Seth.
and apparently there's this mushroom called the stinkhorn that when it decides it wants to like spread its like mushroom spores or whatever, it stinks like shit to attract the flies, and the flies get on it, and then they fly away and they spread it out.
That's kind of cool.
So the flies like the bees pollinating.
The flies are gone the next day, and then the thing is just dying now, dead. But it's like it was basically its version of flowering. It stinks like shit and attracts a bunch of flies, and which have now probably stinkhorned my entire
you're gonna have them everywhere. You're gonna have them all in your backyard.
A bunch of dick mushrooms.
It's gonna smell like shit for your next barbecue.
Your whole house.
Crystal wouldn't let me pour bleach on it. I'm like, I gotta kill all these fucking flies.
You gotta dig it up and take all the
she's like,
skull
don't
out
kill the
around
flies.
it.
There was a time
She's
when
like, do what nature does. And I'm like, no.
In the Dennis household, my dad would do what nature does. Every time there was something that my dad didn't like in the backyard, he had one remedy and one remedy only. He would go and get the gas can.
I was gonna
from
say
the lawnmower,
gasoline, yeah.
And he would pour the gas.
My dad
on
did that too.
For flowers he hated, ant mounds, like a log. If there's a log in the ground, he'd just pour gas on it and burn it.
Yep.
In the ground, like burn everything.
That's
just
a real
like
man
literally
Florida shit.
gas everything, like ants. Bees.
My dad
everything.
lit a doghouse on fire that with gas can, but also trailed the gas while he was holding it, lit his own leg on fire. And I have photos of the injury because I was like, you dumb fucking idiot.
Is that like
burn my leg, burn down the Pitbull's house.
That's what it was, Pitbull. Yeah.
I knew. I did the math.
You did the math.
Stinkhorns are often found in wood chip areas, composted
purebred Shih Tzu.
dirty yards.
Fucking A, that's great.
Yeah. Anyway, so
you're gonna ask me how I knew?
Yeah. How did you know?
We should
Because I never
Google
even
it.
fucking heard of this shit.
100%. I googled what mushroom attracts flies. First thing that came up was stinkhorn.
But how'd you know it was a mushroom?
Because he asked about a mushroom.
I thought it looked like a fungus.
It looked like a bone. It looked like a bone to me. Like it looked like
a type of bone.
Honestly, it looked like a Casey Anthony
You know what?
scenario.
That
it looked like a baby skull.
That would have
That's the
been-
first thing I thought of. Is like this motherfucker's killing kids.
That would have been way easier.
The first thing I thought
I
of.
think he kills kids and goes on BDM page like, what's this?
Yeah.
What's this growing on my skull?
Exactly what a crazy person would do,
I
right?
killed a kid and put him here. What is it growing around?
Yeah,
I was a little careless
fungus
with
on
my
his baby
skulls.
skull, yeah.
I guess a quick Google search was way
Yeah.
easier than putting it on the BDM
But
page.
you know what? I
reading
didn't want to
through
shit on
hundreds
you
of
about it. I didn't want to
people.
shit on you about it because I like you engaging. Because normally you don't engage on the.
He's
the
been engaging a
Facebooks,
lot,
yeah.
especially in the plant group.
And I legitimately was trying to help you out, and everyone thought I was clowning on you.
Yeah, because that's what everybody else is doing.
I know.
So they're like, "What are you doing?"
I apologize for my laughy face. I apologize. I do. You were trying to be helpful.
Let's end with Stinkhorn.
Oh God, my
Hey,
cheeks hurt
by the
from
way,
laughing.
has anybody ever heard of that
No.
or
No,
dealt with
I
it?
did not.
Okay.
No.
I don't know why
No,
the hell it's in
Only
my.
in your shitty yard.
I mean, like I will
Why?
say that now.
Why?
It's the raccoon
it says
shit.
compost like dirty like soil
Compost.
compost then
It's
composted
because he has
soil, wood
raccoon
chip,
shit
Yeah.
everywhere in
and
his
dirty
backyard.
yards.
Your yard's probably now. Look,
And wet.
We
Wetness.
want to make the correlation that his yard is shitty. Not true, but I bet it is nutrient rich, right?
There's a lot of mushrooms everywhere.
It would make sense that it's wet. You get a lot of shade. You get a lot of trees.
The shade and the moisture.
You could probably grow anything you want. Your yard's probably like a paradise for plants.
There's mushrooms growing all in my neighborhood.
Yeah, stink shrooms.
Yeah.
Hey, what's going on with your bat house?
Man, I don't know. It's still taken over by the tree frogs. Brazilian tree frogs took it over years ago. It's gone. Yeah.
Well, knock it down.
I gotta go kick it a couple times, and they'll fall out, and then maybe I'll get it.
Oh, they'll be back.
Don't kick them out of their house.
I think they're invasive.
They're invasive. I'll put the gas can at the
Burn
bottom.
it down?
Oh, hey, let's end with this because nothing makes me happier. So Andrea, Maisie's grandfather got her a jumbo, the biggest ant farm you can buy.
All right.
Uncle Milton's ant farm, and it's got the big fucking bull ants and the big fat boys in there.
Yeah.
And they were like, so she went to stay with her grandparents over the weekend, and Andrea and I just lost our minds. We ate. I gained like 5 pounds. I gained like
Were
5.
you fuck crazy?
Oh, we were drinking
Have
everything.
to, right? When you don't have the
She
kid?
was drinking. We're just tequila shots are
Yeah.
fucking everywhere in the LA. We're just losing it. I'm
Awesome.
like, I remember this. This feels this. Yeah, we were just losing our minds.
This feels the same.
This feels the same as I remember.
Yeah, I was like, I feel young.
Don't say that.
I was like, yes, life. And then so these ants had been working for like 3 full days to build. I guess you put them in there, and then there's like it's almost like sand. It might be synthetic, but you put like bread and water and like little things in there for them to eat. And they build like a whole. So they built this complete like tunnel system over the 3-4 days that Maisie was away.
Yeah.
So we very carefully brought it home, and then we set it in the living room right next to the TV because it was illuminated by the living room lamp. It looked really cool.
Plus, they like watching TV.
Well, they do. I mean, who doesn't like Below Deck?
Yeah.
So we've got these ants there, and then Andrea was over there like looking at it, and nothing makes me happier than when the world's most perfect person fucks up huge, and man, she was like looking at it and messing with it, and for whatever reason, her yoga pants like kind of slipped on the couch because they're slick, and she took the ant farm and literally, like it'd be the equivalent of me taking Ric Flair's head and slamming it into the turnbuckle. She goes, "God!" and the whole ant farm goes, "Yeah!" The sand everywhere and all the ants everywhere, and so when she picks it up, you look. And every ant's on the bottom, and all the sand's on top of the ants. And I'm like, and I'm coming down with my coffee, and I'm dressed to come here, and I look at her, I go, what the fuck are you doing? And I just went to work. I was like, so bad.
She shook that shit up like an Etch-a-Sketch.
Well, there were a couple that. Thank you for your service.
I don't know how long.
What if the ants eat those ants? Like, do they devour them and eat them?
I'm sure. Yeah,
I don't know.
Circle of life.
I
They use their arms.
I love
something.
it when I'm not the villain, so I just had to share
eat
that.
themselves, right?
They still get a couple
Stinkhorns are going to grow out of it.
No idea.
Stinkhorn mushrooms. They're going to start growing in that thing.
They're not going to stand up front.
Samantha, what's going on in semantics?
We're recording tonight, actually, which is going to be tough because I'm already drunk. So
no.
if you want to email my show, it's show@semanticspodcast.com. You can call us at 407-603-5525 and leave us a voicemail. You heard about this one coming out next week, which will be about the conspiracy of what's going on. What's up with Mattress Firm?
What? No, there's a mattress firm conspiracy.
Yeah. We know what's up with My Pillow, but
mattress firm.
We don't know.
So
I need a new mattress.
Oh, and sign up for my Patreon, patreon.com/semantics.
Okay.
Because we're losing patrons.
No,
just like we're losing BDMs.
Aren't we all? Aren't we all? That's the way it works.
The subscription fatigue, I think they call it.
Ebb and flow.
I'm gaining members. They're leaving you, coming to me.
Yeah.
Don't
They'll
believe
quit.
it.
They'll quit.
Don't believe it.
Because if I know anything about...
Oh, have we checked the OnlyFans?
Fat people quit. Oh, I was going to check it today.
Let's look at it.
She hasn't put. She just posted something actually today, I think, or yesterday. Today.
When are we getting the?
I see a boobie.
When are we getting the?
It's coming. How's her OnlyFans going, by the way? Is it?
I think it's. We haven't really talked about it.
We got to do the photo shoot with the Griff truck.
Yeah,
too.
I know.
Yeah.
I can set that up if you want.
Yeah. We just got to get Tony over there.
Tony
get
Rage.
Tracy.
Tony Rage. Let's be clear.
Anyway,
the other one,
Seth.
The other one have a heart attack if they.
Oh yeah, that guy.
Yes. So let's plug the dojo and everything.
Sure, dojo is karateoforlando.com. Have kids, bring them to karate. 4 years old.
Sorry.
4 years old to 11-year-old. That's why my business is so good. I'm such a great salesman.
Now, Seth did say he was willing to judge our shark riding competition.
Oh, yeah, I forgot
only if I brought Max and Tommy for at least one karate
just
lesson.
one free class, right?
Yeah.
Why isn't that fair?
I think they'll dig it.
And it's gonna make me actually go, and not just say I'm gonna go and then not show up the day of and say
That's
I
fair.
forgot.
Yeah.
So you're gonna take them?
They don't want to. They don't
You want them to do something,
I
right?
do want them to do that.
But
They don't.
I don't want to do nothing.
Well, stop telling
They
them
don't- I said, "Do you
to
want to go to my karate friend's class?" He does his
I
whole
just
thing.
wanna
You
play
can
with
learn how to
gloves.
be. You can be. You gotta sell it. You gotta be like, you guys want to be ninjas? Yeah, Dad. You good?
No, they were like ninjas now.
Do you want to learn how to punch? Do you want to know how to punch things and people and things?
No, here's the
They're not
here's what they
violent.
say. No, Max is like, I know how to punch people. He thinks
So
he already
no.
knows. He's like, there's nothing that
He has
anybody
punched
can
you in
teach
the
me.
nose before.
I know.
Yeah.
He
You
said-
gotta have
Made
Seth
you
kick
cry.
the wind out of him.
He's like,
Yeah, I'll knock him down to size.
He's like, I know how to do anything.
I'll take my bamboo
There's
shinai.
nothing
Oh,
anybody
he is your son.
I know, and it's so it frustrates me so much, and it's my fucking curse.
Yeah.
I think I'm screaming. You don't know everything. He fucking.
I screamed that to you.
I know. It's the endless cycle.
Some
Anyway.
knuckle push-ups will help him get a snap out of that.
And the jungle.
I make them all do knuckle push-ups. Yeah, and jungleorlando.com.
There you
Want
go.
kickboxing, MMA, jiu-jitsu? Go to
Norm
Jungle
says
Orlando.
it's kind of fucked up that you haven't taken your kids already.
See? Thank you, Norm.
They don't want to go with it. I got to trick them.
And Tom doesn't,
nobody I didn't
Tom
want to go when I
doesn't
was
force
younger.
his kids to do anything.
I have
I
been
hate that. A
trying
lot
to
of
get
parents are like
Maisie
that.
to do.
Yeah, but who wants to? Like, I'm
I
like, get
asked-
in here.
But after a little bit, they're gonna thank you for it later on. And be like, I kicked and screamed, but I'm glad that you took me there. It taught me some discipline.
I asked
some
Maisie.
respect,
She's in
courtesy.
dance. She won't she's like, I'm in the dance thing, but I probably could get her to do it.
Dance her way over to the dojo.
Yeah.
I would love that.
Well, she's an athlete. She's
Yeah, she'll kick some
motivated.
ass.
She's like,
Tom
faster.
I showed Tom a video today of her just like just doing cartwheels like, and I'm like, please.
I just bought a limited edition Barbie Karate Girl Barbie Olympic doll. A Karate Barbie.
Don't buy it with a credit card. You buy that cash.
I'll give it to Maisie if she comes in first.
All right. So,
Butler, what do you got going on?
Definitely go check out some of our watering holes out of Bug Nutty Brewing Company out in Cocoa. We have Brew Tap House out in Tavares coming in August. To announce today, we have the Hourglass Brewing
That's
Company.
right.
yeah, I'm
We have them
excited
at-
about that.
I mean, the Orlando and Longwood locations, so definitely check them out as well. So, I mean, we're growing. It's things are in the up and up.
Yeah, if you swing by
Don't say growing.
That's right. That will-
Got us into trouble earlier.
swing by Hourglass, grab a beer, and then just tell them, hey, I heard you starting with Tom and Dan.
Yeah.
That makes a difference.
That's the way we do it. Before the ink's even dry, just walk in there and
Literally
say, like,
name drop.
You working with Tom and Dan?
Don't be
'Cause
scared like
that's
Tom.
cool.
I heard, yeah. Anyway, all right, everybody. We'll see you on Monday.
I can't publish that. It's mediocre.